This is a Miami Sports Music Podcast Network production. This is the #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Stephen D, and we are live on Thursday. We're running a little late this morning, just a little bit behind this morning. Sorry for the tardiness. Crazy morning. But I'm here. I'm excited. And we're going to do the quick rundown real quick, and we're going to get right into the show today. As you know, I'm Stephen D, SKPL, spread kindness, positivity, and love. You can follow me on all social media platforms right here on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, at Stephen D, SKPL. Everybody thought I canceled today, just like the Dolphins. I didn't at all. Okay, just so you guys know. All right, let me pull this up here. Here we go. You can follow Miami Sports Music at Miami Sports Music, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and on Twitter at MIA Sports Music. You can hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Okay? Make sure you all do that. Doesn't cost anything. Make sure you do it. If you want to sign up, become a member of the channel today, just so you know, we're 10 people away. Subscription, which is free. We're 10 people away from 9,000 subscribers. We're 10 people away from 9,000 subscribers. That's a big deal. 10 people away. Pretty excited about that. So maybe we can get the 10 today. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it would be cool to get to 9,000 subscribers today. That means we're 1,000 away from 10. And I think we're going to hit that during the season. So I'm pretty stoked about that, actually. It's pretty awesome. All right. Make sure, if you want to help the channel grow by donating, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can use the YouTube live super chat, which is the $ down at the bottom of the chat. You can also use Cash App or PayPal. And the way you can do that is use right here. You see the QR code right on the screen, $ MSM Podcast Network or MSM Podcast Network on PayPal. Give a big shout out to our sponsors of the show, ZSM Sports. ZSM Sports is the #1 place to find your cards, balls, jerseys, and hard-to-find items. ZSM Sports is the way to go, specializing in sports memorabilia. Also, Hangry Owls. Good food, good mood. Craft subs and salad. Hangry Owls is the #1 place in South Florida to get the best subs and salads. It's in Hangry Owls is in Pembroke Pines, 16606 Sheridan Street in Pembroke Pines, Florida. If you want to give Hangry Owl a call and let them know that you're on your way to pick up a sub, it's 305-279-5332. Use the code word SKPL to get $3 off your sub. And make sure you ask them about the hashtag spread kindness sub. It's a really good sub. Hashtag spread kindness. Based on the show. Should already be on the menu. It was supposed to be on the menu yesterday. Hopefully it's still on. So yeah, ask them about the hashtag spread kindness sub. And if you order on Fridays and using the code word SKPL, you get $6 off your subs. Make sure you follow Hangry Owls on all social media at HANGRYALS. I want to also give a shout out to our title sponsor of the show, Tailgater. Tailgater's absolutely amazing. You can download the free app on your current Apple or Android device today. Your Crapple or Android device today. Yeah, I said Crapple. You can follow Tailgater on social media at TAILGREETER. Make sure if you're going to go to Miami, you go to Tailgater. And you look up East 32 Dolphins Tailgate. I'm rocking Team Dirty. East 32 Dolphins Tailgate right now if you want to go to the #1 tailgate in South Florida at the pregame. And if you're going to go to Baltimore and you want to go to the #1 tailgate, we still got tailgate tickets. We got about 40 tailgate tickets left. Purchase now on Tailgater for the Baltimore Beatdown 2022. We have a VIP section. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Baltimore Beatdown 2022, Dolphins versus Ravens. Purchase now on Tailgater. Super excited about that. Okay. Hey, if you want to try to win 2 VIP passes and 2 game tickets, we're doing a raffle. $25 per slot for 50 slots. We got about a third of the slots filled up. Once they're filled up, I'll go ahead and do the thing live on the YouTube and Facebook channel. But if you donate, the only way to get into it is you got to donate through PayPal or Cash App. Using, when you do it, put the key phrase in Baltimore Beatdown Giveaway. $25 gets you a chance to win 2 VIP tailgates, all you can drink, all you can eat at the tailgate in Baltimore, and also 2 game tickets sitting with all of us Dolphin fans up in the level. So if you guys want to try to come to that, $25 a portion of all the proceeds that are made from this will go towards the charity that we are going to choose for donation for that weekend. So make sure you guys give it a shot. Okay, if you guys want to come to it, if you guys want to come to Baltimore, it's going to be good times. It's going to be really good times. All right. Without further ado, let me bring in my producer of the show. I love this guy. He loves Tua. Roach. What's going on?
I'm on the train.
You're on the train?
Yeah, he had a good practice. I can't deny it. After the show yesterday, I got to see some footage, and I'm like, okay, I have to give credit where credit's due.
So now you're giving. They're roasted me in the chat today,
and they
roasted me in Discord today too. I forgot about Discord. Tell them about Discord real quick, Roach.
Discord, go on there. There's actually somebody in the ticket exchange looking for 2 tickets for the Vikings game. So if you got tickets, go in there. Tell people you got tickets, or tell people you want tickets. There's channels for Madden. There's channels for debating. There's channels for fantasy football, which I believe we still have open spots, right?
So right now, at the moment, I think we have 8 confirmed, 6 solidified. I would like to get to 12. If you want to play fantasy football, get with Roach. Excuse me, get with Rashad.
Just DM me or Rashad.
At Meet Rashad, MEETRASHAD at yahoo.com. It's going to be a $50 buy-in, and the draft will be on Sunday night, hopefully. So if we can get 12 people by Sunday night, we're going to go ahead and do this thing.
And if you're already on Discord, you can DM me or Rashad and let us know.
Yes.
So his Discord, I think, is Shades. Rashad, put your Discord in there. I think it's Shades World or something like that.
Shad's World.
Shad's World?
Yep. Shad's World.
So that's Rashad on there. So DM one of us or email him at that email.
Andravia said you're a coward because you're not a Skylarian anymore.
Why? I didn't even get to make my second point.
Skylarian's still the death.
My second point was they try to get Skylar 6, so this third preseason game he can't ball out is what is happening.
I know. Insane.
Yep.
All right, let me there's a lot that is going on. I don't even know really where to start.
Start with Tretter. Since that's the guy you really wanted.
It's so funny. So there is breaking news this morning. JC Tretter announced on his Instagram and Twitter that he is going to retire, which I thought was very, very interesting for a lot of different reasons, but also because I really wanted him to come play in Miami, and obviously that's not going to happen.
Bring him in as a coach. Get him as a coach.
So here's the letter that he wrote, that he announced on Twitter, if you guys missed it. Okay. He said, this is from JC Tretter's Instagram and Twitter. He said, in May 2011, I wrote myself a letter. At the time, I was 250-pound tight end, rehabbing from meniscus surgery and deciding what to do with my life. The letter began today, May 7th, 2011, 2:35 a.m. You decided that you will become a professional athlete. You will get drafted, and you will play in the NFL until you want to stop. I went on to write exactly how I would do that, what it would take to accomplish that goal, and what sacrifices would need to be made along the way. I hung the letter up in my college room and have kept it with me ever since. Part of realizing that goal was changing positions to offensive line, which admittedly I would have never considered. But I made a commitment to accomplishing a goal, and I was willing to do whatever was necessary during the next 2 years. I gained 50 pounds, learned a new position, and at the end of my senior year, I was drafted in the 4th round by the Green Bay Packers. Today is August 25th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m., and I have decided to fulfill the second part of my letter, to stop playing when I wanted to, on my own terms. I am proud of what I have accomplished and how far I have come that night when I made the pledge to myself. I feel like if my 31-year-old self could talk to my 20-year-old self, I could earnestly tell him that we did it. We did everything that we said we would do and more. I've been lucky to meet so many amazing people throughout the 9 years in my NFL. Thank you to everyone who made my career so much fun. I want to thank my parents and sister for their unwavering support from Little League through the NFL. Your presence at my games meant the world to me. We've always been our own little team, and I couldn't be more grateful for each of you. To my wife, Anna, I couldn't have done this without you. You've made so many sacrifices to help me live out my dream, and I don't take that for granted. We've created a life I love, and I'm so excited to start our next chapter. My time on the field may be over, but I'm not stepping away from football. I am looking forward to doubling down on my work as the NFLPA president and pushing more progress on behalf of great players of our game, past, present, and future. Signed, J.C. Tretter.
Oh.
Man.
It sounds like he's not done. It sounds
one
like
guy off the look. One guy off the
it sounds like he's not done with the NFL, though, in some capacity.
So he's still the NFLPA president. He'll be able to finish out his term that I'm aware of. I don't know if he'll be eligible for re-election to be the NFLPA, but he'll be able to finish out his term as NFLPA president. So he'll do that. And then I'm excited to see, good for him. Good for him. I don't know how many people get the opportunity to leave what they love to do on their own terms. I think that's a beautiful thing when you get the chance to do that.
I'm not surprised though, because this whole time when they've been talking about signing him, all these teams, and his dad's talking to people, and he's putting out like he's been contacted by so many teams, but so it almost was like, hey man, I'm really over it, but if you offer me the right amount of money, I'll come back. It's kind of how I think it was. That's
probably very, very legit. Probably exactly what happened. At least that's what I think.
Right. And why do people
other
think
people
it's so...
might interpret it differently, but that's fine. I'm with you on that train. I agree.
And why are people in the chat so against him becoming a coach? I don't understand that. I think he might make a good coach. Like he seems like he likes the leadership.
Coach or not? I mean, he
was a good lineman. Been in football his whole life.
We know he's going to abide by the rules.
He's been ahead of the PA, so he likes leadership position, right? And he's good. He's a good leader. Represents well. So is that not a good experience to become like the entry into coach? Like look at Dan Campbell. Who would have thought he would have been a coach?
Look, and he's done one heck of a job doing it.
So,
all right, so that
Rick said because he's not a coach. Nobody was a coach till they became a coach, bro.
That's true.
That's the dumbest thing you could have put in the chat.
Not the dumbest thing.
I just wanted to poke him a little bit.
You were trying to poke Rick? Don't poke Rick. I like Rick.
Rick too.
Poke Rick. Rick's my guy. You leave Rick alone. You hear me, Roach? I got your back, Rick. Don't worry about this guy. So that went down this morning, and so that and then all of a sudden I see on Twitter this morning and in social media that the inter-squad practice was canceled today. And it was due to a good portion of the Miami Dolphins players having what they called a stomach bug.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Okay.
I think McDaniel had it. You see him clenching that. He was clenching the podium.
We're going to play the press conference here in a minute.
Trying to hold it in, man.
But one of the things that I tweeted out on my thing is I said in my tweet, so let me get this straight. The Miami Dolphins 2 weeks ago, after beating Tom Brady in the first joint practice with the Bucs, made Tom Brady quit. And this time, after the first joint practice with the Eagles, they made the whole team quit. Hashtag winning the Super Bowl. Hashtag, okay, at least a playoff game or two. Nobody liked it. Nobody else liked it.
Yeah, because it's not the truth. The truth is
It is the truth.
They're
That's the
sabotaging
we're creating
Skyler
here. We're
That's
creating that narrative.
Okay? Tua does not want to see Skyler get his reps before the preseason game, so he got everybody sick, and that way Skyler won't be prepared. That's what he's hoping for.
Yeah. I don't know. All I know is that last night AJ Brown got cooked on social media because supposedly he was responding to a fake Twitter account of Javon Holland.
Mm-hmm.
And was like, "Oh, I'm gonna cook, I'm gonna cook you, whatever." And he got lucky today. That's all I'm gonna say. AJ Brown was about to get that smoke from the Dolphins defense, and it was about to go down. AJ Brown better not play on. I don't know what this does for the Miami Dolphins, because if you're looking at the Miami Dolphins right now, I would have said today they would have gotten a lot of reps. They would have had 7-on-7, 11-on-11. Mm-hmm. We would have been able to see Skyler and obviously Tua. We would have been able, to see the players get their reps. And I don't know if we would have seen people on the Saturday night preseason game. Now, I think that plays that into jeopardy. I think there is now more likely we could see some of these starters getting some playing time Saturday night. And I don't know how I feel about that one way or the other, because I want these guys healthy, but I also don't like the fact that there's a week off in between. So where do you stand on that right now, Roach? Like, what do you think's going to happen on Saturday now?
I don't think the plan's going to change. McDaniel said in his press conference that we're sticking with our plan or whatever. So while he was holding it, trying to hold one in from having a blowout live on camera. He was really clenching the podium.
Well, we're going to play. You know what? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and we'll play the press conference now.
He looked very irritated, though. It's
only about 25 minutes long, if that. So I'm very interested to see what was said here. So we'll go ahead and we'll break it down. We'll play the press conference for you right now.
What's going on today?
Mike, prior to the 206 questions you're going to get about stomach flu, just to get two things out of the way, we haven't seen Van Ginkel in 2 days. Does he have a serious?
He did look irritated there.
Sideline him into the season, and Needham we saw walk off his trainers. Does he have a serious injury that will sideline him in for season? A 2-for-1er, just to get it out of the way, so you can talk about stomach flu. So Van Ginkel, Needham.
What was the question? Oh no, the Van Ginkel,
I like his personality though.
He had a unforeseen appendix issue, so we removed him of said issue. And he should.
Who had it?
He's feeling great. I just talked.
Pause. Who had an appendix issue?
Van Ginkel.
That's just all of a sudden out the blue. You having an appendix issue?
Well, he had it removed.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Let's keep going.
Talked to him recently, and he, we'll be moving forward. There's some significant optimism that it shouldn't affect anything in the season, but I know he's going to do his best to get back as fast as possible. So excited to move forward with that.
And
Needham, day to day, it's nothing super significant, and he's really happy for him because I feel good about where he's at, and we're nothing to be concerned about.
Can you tell us about the situation today in the lack of practice?
What are you talking about? Oh, the lack of practice. Yeah. So yeah, it was kind of that was a unique curveball early this morning. It was just the accumulation of some players having a stomach bug that we don't really know totally where it was coming from, and just trying to be overly cautious. so that we didn't, you know, further affect players on the team, as well as had to think of the the best interest of the Philadelphia Eagles as well. That couldn't in good conscience just move forward and try to limit reps of practice. Just wanted to make sure that really it all comes down to wanting to be able to um, fully play the preseason game as planned. So the best way to do that with the unknowns were to just keep everyone away from each other, because clearly it's some sort of contagious. But it appears to be the normal symptoms um, that I'll allow you to detail if you'd like of stomach bugs.
Roughly how many players are we talking about who are ill right now?
There's just there's
There-
more than a couple players, so it's not half the team by any stretch, but that's what I was trying to prevent. Is I didn't want to have half the team drained out from a stomach bug, fight through the heat, and then have depleted performance in the preseason game, because for a lot of guys, it's the most important game of their career, and I hold a strong amount of value to that, and didn't want to compromise that in any way.
Is it limited to players or their staff also?
Yeah, there's a couple staff members too, which is why the decision was easy, just because of I really didn't want this to linger, and the best way to nip in the butt was just aggressively act, erring on the side of caution.
With COVID and other viruses and any other type of illnesses that could pop up during the season, what are some things that I'm sure you've thought about relative to, okay, if we lose a player or a play caller, God forbid, on a Thursday or a Friday, we have our contingency plans?
Yeah, I mean, try as you may, you're not getting rid of me. No, you have to think about that stuff. It's kind of your job. So like, there's
People would have to show up for the barbecue first.
natural and organic, because that just it's the same protocol as football by its nature. You can't predict the future, and you have to be ready to adjust. So you're always doing that with the roster in general, and we're all very well versed in COVID. So that those types of things, and unintended consequence of that is you end up naturally thinking of contingency plans, because that no one, the bottom line is the organization has to operate at its best, and no one cares extenuating circumstances. So that this was a random curveball, but I've said on record before, I think maybe I look forward to any sort of adversity in general, because I always think there's something to take out of it. In this case, guys can get a little perspective. Maybe my team meetings are actually more entertaining than they realized. Missing their teammates, an opportunity to really to rest and recover and regen. These are all things that I spoke to the team about virtually probably an hour ago, because it's it's not about, you just don't worry about what happens. You worry about how to handle things, and how you handle things that are really unforeseen.
Mike, do you have any feelings about how this could potentially affect who plays on Saturday?
Feelings. I wanted to share feelings. I was pretty excited about today, because I was, upon waking up and driving to work, before I got said news, I was excited to talk about my feelings, and maybe some announcements. This, unfortunately, and with all seriousness, I kind of had something in my mind, and I was ready to go with it. And sure enough, I was, the world told me not to get ahead of myself. So It's just like any sort of like football related injury where now you just have to really reassess tomorrow when you get everyone.
I'm gonna pause it. What was he about to announce? I feel like that could be Roach. That could be big. What do you think that has to do with? Take yourself off mute.
Probably Skyler is number one.
Oh my God! Never mind. I'm going back to the
and make sure everyone is
camp with you.
Not put in
You set yourself up.
harm's way, and then take it from there. So it may or may not affect. I'm hoping the whole intent with having the guys not come in and not practice today was to nip in the butt so it wouldn't be affected. But we'll see. And that's not something that really rattles me. I'll just adjust. That's kind of the nature of my job.
Mike, do you know that you guys have identified the origin of this illness and have addressed it so it won't recur?
No, you know what? I don't wear multiple hats of MD or athletic trainer, but luckily we employ a lot of people that are taking care of that. That's when you don't know exactly
Where is ground zero at?
The total cause when because that's you make sure that you take the necessary measures to not perpetuate the whole deal. So without knowing exactly what it is, but I know
what happened.
Doing their best to figure it out. That's why you keep people out of the building. And that's really what it was. The strongest motivating factor for me, because it wasn't like they were extenuating circumstances of ailments. Like it people have stomach bugs. And then when all of a sudden you have an accumulation of those over one night, you're like, hey, well, we don't want this to spread anymore. So they're diligent and hard at work. So I trust in my
Patient
teammates.
zero. You're right,
That's
Andrevius.
where I'm going to keep my trust.
What steps, if any, are you taking that?
To
you wouldn't
undercook the
normally
barbecue
take
meat just like his
inside the
throws,
building?
man.
When I say
That's
you,
what happened.
I mean the organization. Are they?
Food
Besides
poisoning.
walking on my hands.
Is it possible to I don't know, sterilize anything?
No, yeah, they're again unintended consequence of COVID. Like those measures, you just have measures that you can apply, and so in the short term where you don't have any information other than symptoms, you can go you can move forward with those same types of protocols to make sure everything is up to snuff with sanitation, et cetera, but that's not these are measures just because we're trying to be overly cautious and make sure nothing continues to trickle moving forward.
Are there sort of 3, 4, 5 roster spots that are really just not decided at all at this time? Or give me an idea if you can on where the roster sort of
No,
stands.
there's some jobs to be settled, and it's not as easy as like, all right, well, who has
Bring
the
him
most
up.
tackles, who has the most yards? You're talking about
You guys are great in the
accumulation
chat
of,
today.
I look at it like this: each position is coached.
Look
by a
how
position coach
he looks like he's
that
burnt.
is
Don't he?
accumulating points of emphasis.
He's what? All right, stop. I'm gonna pause it. What? Say that again.
He looks like he's sunburnt.
He has a good tan.
He looks sunburnt, bro.
Leave that man alone.
He needs
He's
to
out
start
in the
putting-
Florida weather, bro.
I'm looking out for him. He needs some sunscreen, man. We need to
Roach.
protect him.
You're killing me, Roach.
You're mad that I don't want him to be sunburnt?
From May on, and you
That
see
man's
how
got a good
people
tan.
adjust, and the longer that you get into camp, the more specific those things get. In that process, you're seeing how people respond, and by nature, there's especially of a competitive roster like we have, where there's multiple. We have more NFL players than spots. That's the bottom line. So, yeah, there's too many to count on a hand with things that need to be ironed out. Unfortunately, you know, we missed an opportunity on the field today. But then all that means is guys have an extra day to, with that extra day of preparation, we get to see a product on Saturday that is not result based. It's an accumulation of how people have handled coaching points and how they've really evolved and got better. Because the bottom line of the NFL game is you're looking for players and units that are their best in January, you know. So that is the prerequisite of teams that win. And if you're trying to be a winning team, one of the things all the players have to be able to do is continue to get better. So it's a really fun process that you're exhausting, where you get to see this final product of play after all of these different coaching points, and that's why you don't try to rush the process with, you know, a lot of those undetermined spots that we're trying to finalize.
Mike, there was a report earlier this week that Mike Gesecki's name has come up in trade conversations. Is that report accurate? Is Mike Gesecki assured to be on this roster week 1?
I mean, these reports are tricky to me because I'm like, you know, again, I've alluded to this before at the beginning of the offseason. Like during the training camp, during the off season in general, like GMs have work to do, and they're not just watching us coach. So when people report that somebody is, you know, when they use that loose verbiage of, all right, well, yeah, his name's been brought up or whatever, you know, I mean, the report is kind of misleading because like there probably should be a lot of names on that report.
What are you trying to say, McDaniel?
All I'm focused on, and that's, you know, regardless of what people try to drum up, like I'm focused on coaching Mike. Mike's focused on getting better. And, you know, people have made stuff about this, that, or the other. Like, you know, whether you're a receiver or a tight end, or we even have running backs do it, you have to be able to do stuff with the ball, and you have to be able to block for other people that are doing stuff for the ball. And we continue to work those techniques with everyone. He had a great week of practice this week, which tells you a lot about that individual, because there has been random noise that hasn't listened to clearly. He's putting his best foot forward, and that's all I'm concerned about. And you know, it's my job to coach the players on the team, and I like coaching Mike. And beyond that, like it's kind of a I don't know, a no ends process about talking about, did someone talk about somebody else with, you know, that stuff happens more often than it doesn't.
Mike, is there an update on Jalen Waddle? I know he's been out for a little while.
Yeah, no, he's
Before we get into that, I just want to state for the record, he did not answer the question. I just want to throw that out there, that I defend McDaniel all the way up and down the Sunday. I'm not saying I have to defend him here in any way, shape, or form. I'm just saying he didn't answer the question.
Right. He didn't confirm nor deny.
He did not confirm nor deny.
So normally that means
what we learned from that answer,
he probably is
that GMs make phone calls, coaches coach. He's coaching Mike Gesecki. He's enjoying coaching Mike Gesecki, and Mike Gesecki's enjoying getting coached by Mike McDaniel. And that is what we learned from that question.
And the report says there's a lot more names than Mike Gesecki.
Yeah,
or it should say.
He also said there should be a lot more names being included in that report than Mike Gesecki. You're 100%. So we learned all that from. But is he?
The thing is,
the trade block.
That could mean a team could call and ask about Mike Gesecki according to that answer, and that's it.
They could ask about Skyler.
Right. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean he. So basically, he's not confirming we initiated anything. He's just saying, yeah, it's popped up, and so did many other people, but y'all are ignoring everybody else.
Telling you.
Yeah.
Got to remember, he's smarter than all of us.
I know.
McGenius.
That's why he needs to figure out this Skyler thing, man.
Let's go.
He's still mad at me. He got a little indie work, you know. I don't know.
I just rewinded it.
No ends process about talking about did someone talk about somebody else with, that stuff happens more often than it doesn't.
Mike, is there an update on Jalen Waddle? I know he's been out for a little while.
Yeah, no, he's still mad at me. He got a little indie work, and that was intentional, because we knew that he had, he has some, not only is he yearning to compete and do his job, which he loves to do, but also, I'm aware enough to know, hey, he has some close ties on the opposing team. So if we were practicing against ourselves, would he have practiced? There might be a stronger chance, maybe. I'm just very acutely aware of, even if a guy says, all right, I'm going to take it easy, like, you have to protect people from themselves. And I think, I saw him on the field for my office after practice catching jugs with his buddy that I knew he'd probably try to perform in front of. So yeah, it's he was out there, and it wasn't because of any setbacks. We were just making sure that we took it step by step and didn't go 0 to 60. The rest has been awesome for him, and I'm really fired up and expect him to see him on the field here sooner than later.
Like, is that your offensive line? I know they're not a finished product, but for the first part of the season, I'm wondering how you manage them. Do you figure out 4 or 5 things they do well and play to that until they develop later in the season, or how do you manage that?
Well, that you're always trying to do stuff that your players are good at as best you can, and I think I'm happy with how each individual is progressing. If you're striving to be really good at something, that process is never complete, and it should be hard. There's a lot of things that go into both of their responsibilities, protecting for the pass and blocking for the run. I thought, it's one of my favorite things about joint practices, is you get that, like Philadelphia, for example, their defensive line penetrates a lot. They're very good. And I was very happy with how they responded yesterday in practice in terms of adjusting to techniques. I've told you guys before, that's a huge part of their job. And so, yeah, I try to, that's the whole idea of the entire offense in general, is that you don't leave offensive linemen on an island. You try to do what they're good at. Just yesterday, there was a couple there's a couple really good Philadelphia defensive linemen that were, poking me a little bit, being like, why don't you drop back more? I'm like, you would like that, wouldn't you? So I think I think they're in a good stage of where they're developing. And I'm confident that at some point in time, moving forward, that the results will reflect that. But there's a lot of compounding variables for those results, which is up to everyone, even the quarterback. He has a job on run plays too. If you don't see Tua carrying out his fakes, make sure you get on Darrell Bevel.
You mentioned the level of competition for these final roster spots.
He just knocked Tua, bro.
Just knocked Darrell Bevel. He wasn't knocking them. He was just messing.
That was an unintended consequence of the Zoom meeting this morning. Guys were in the tank. Guys wanted to practice. Guys were doubling down, asking to come in the building. So I didn't know this whole stomach bug gate to be.
Did he just call it stomach bug gate?
Of gathering
I love
information,
it.
but every circumstance that you incur, there's something to be gathered from it. And I learned that they wanted to be in the building. I thought that, but you don't know until you see their faces, and they're just like, well, and I'm like, relax. So it was tough on all of them. I
Greatest
think we're
coach of
all aware
all
that
time.
There's
Hashtag stomach
opportunities
bug
missed. But in turn, they're also feeling the responsibility of, okay, well, I better use some of this, or I better use this day to rest, recover, and also make sure I'm completely square on all responsibilities that I'm going to be held accountable for on Saturday, and those things. So you just try to use what can be perceived as a negative and turn it into a positive. Same message that I preach really daily. That I don't even care if it gets old. I'm going to keep pushing it because that's what I believe.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, it's fun.
Stomach bug gate. What? Let's go, bro. I am all about stomach bug gate. It is the new thing, bro. All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We got over 200 people watching. Hit the like button. Hit it. We're going to talk a lot. I'm going to open up the lines here in a minute. There's a couple of people that want to come on and talk before I open up everything. I was going to say, hey, look, there's this guy. He's pretty awesome. He's a good friend of mine. He's been covering the Dolphins for a couple of years for a couple different entities, and he's doing his own thing. We love this guy. He's a man. He's a myth. He's a legend, Mr. Jason Sarney. What's up, Jason?
What's up, dude?
What's going on, man?
Kind. Way too kind, Steven.
Well,
But
I mean, when I bring people on, I got to hype them up.
you're overhyping, and I hope to over-deliver and not under-deliver. But I love you, brother. I love what you do. Thank you.
Look at my producer. On cue. All right, man. So you watched the press conference this morning. What did you get from the press conference this morning?
I just love the way that
And stomach bug gate, by the way, which is the greatest thing ever.
It's phenomenal. You know what I think? I think that he serves McDaniel. He serves the purpose as a coach on the podium answering questions, but he delivers so much more cerebrally and almost in like a hidden way. Mm-hmm. So I love when he just goes and when he just talks. You're going to pick up nuance. You're going to pick up certain things without him screaming and letting us know what he's really thinking. But I think he does a terrific job of describing what he's thinking and giving us, us reporters, us fans, great amount of sound bites. But I love the information. I love that he kind of takes things with tongue-in-cheek aspects of things. But it was a fun practice.
He takes 5 minutes to answer one question about whether Mike Gesecki. We learned more from him not answering the question about Mike Gesecki on the trade block or not than we did of him just answering the question. I just want to throw that out there.
But what are people upset at him for? Like, why are people going at him?
Like him? Like,
yeah, McDaniel's like saying he's not a good coach. Yeah, I don't understand that.
I think, in my opinion, and I'll let Jason answer this as well, but in my opinion, I think that we're not on the field yet, and we're not winning football games yet. And until that happens, we're going to critique and overanalyze every single thing that comes out of his mouth, every decision that he makes. We're going to overanalyze a 4th and 7 in the second quarter in a preseason game. Well, he can't coach. How could he do such a thing? Yeah, guys, give the guy a shot. But I do believe that's and by the way, I don't think it's a majority of our fan base. I think it's a small portion who just happen to be loud on social media. That's what I believe. Jason?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, sometimes it's like the non-silent minority or you know what I mean? It's like the very loud, small group that, resonates the words. But I think McDaniel, you can't start the clock on him until a week 1 regular season game. The time to make mistakes or the time to take chances are training camp practices, joint practices, and preseason games. So, I don't really care about, those issues in the preseason. It's what you do after them, how you learn from them, So I really will be interested to see week 1, how he does things in terms of all the play calling responsibilities, the timeout usages, the play, the challenge flags, all that fun stuff. So I cannot hold judgment. I can't call him a great coach, a poor coach. It's his first year. But I love the way he handles his business. I love the way that he's praising his staff, letting the staff be accountable for their roles. So I'm very optimistic that he will be a quality coach, if that's fair.
Right. I think they actually went out and hired a total opposite of Flores. Like in every way.
100%.
In every way. Completely. And it's like, and I don't know. I like the style. I like his style better than Flores. Like the way he conducts himself and talk. I think he's entertaining. He's funny. And I think the players seem like the morale on the team is better around him and they're more open. Like you see players doing more in-depth interviews and feeling comfortable enough to say what they want to say and do what they want to do.
But Roach, that's a very unique and fair point to you. But I also want to say that's still part of the overanalyzation of where we're at in his coaching days, right? Like we're going to sit here. Here's how we currently measure Coach Mike McDaniel as is. We measure him up against the previous tenure that was in the building, right? Mm-hmm. We measure him up against how players were acting towards the end of the last coach's tenure to the current coach's tenure. And by the way, that's the only way to do it right now until we get into the regular season. But again, I still think that's part of the overanalyzation of this, that we're going to read into everything, right? And
right.
So every little thing, right? Like I love the fact that he said, Waddle's mad at me. He wants to play and I'm not letting him play. And if that and I like that openness about that uneasiness feeling to it. I don't think that Waddle hates him. I think Waddle's frustrated that he can't get on the field, and there's nothing wrong with that. A player should want to get on the field and be frustrated that he's not on the field. So I like that, and I like hearing that, you know. Mm-hmm. But some people are going to be like, oh, he's creating a disturbance within the locker room already. He's already pissing off players. And I'm like, no, that's not it. That you're missing the entire point. I mean, it's not even you're missing the entire point. You're definitely looking at it from a different perspective because you're expecting it to blow up. And we don't know that's going to be the case. We're taking the last 7 head coaches and saying, hey, look, it didn't work out for these guys. So it obviously isn't going to work out for this guy because he's a first-time head coach too. Right, Jason? Do you agree or disagree?
I mean, I get the points, but if we're just going to throw out, hey, he's a first-time head coach, I mean, look at some others who have had massive success recently who have a very similar branch or stem to a McDaniel, you know? So I like the way he allows his players to be themselves. I like the way he is taking the tension, taking the work out of the game. Because we all know that this game is not just a fun game that kids play and grown men play. This is a massive work that goes into preparation. But when you put a little bit more of that game and fun back into it and say, hey, you know what? If you want to do a celebration and grab a towel, I'm not going to yell at you when you come back into the sidelines, because when Wilkins would do that, Flores gave him a look.
Gave him grief. He gave him grief.
I don't like that. I mean, all athletes who enjoy the game, who you can see who love to play the game, they feed off that. And if you take that metaphorical food off of a player's plate and table, that's when you might make a mental error. That's when you might be a little upset. That's when you might get a little dog-tired and not say, you know what? Let's just go to the next level because I know the guy on the sidelines, whatever I do, is behind me. So
now,
go ahead.
No, well, I wanted to ask you, Jason. So to the frustration level of Jalen Waddle, who's not happy he's on the field right now, in some of the fan base, by the way, that is in agreement that, guys, we're not playing these guys enough. Now, there's a couple of press conferences ago, McDaniel came out and said, hey, the St. Louis Rams, the Los Angeles Rams, they didn't play their starters the year they won the Super Bowl last year in any of the preseason games. Now, we are not the Los Angeles Rams, and I'm not comparing us to them. But are you, currently looking are you okay with this mindset that McDaniel's doing? He's being very cautious of the players, or would you rather see more playing time in the preseason from some of these guys to get more cohesiveness and learn this offense a little bit better in timing?
I mean, look, not to give a loaded answer here, but if this was a situation where this roster was coming back with 3-4 years under a system belt, you sit them all. So I get the fact that you need to get a little bit of repetition. You need to get that game speed for a new system to mesh with what you're doing. But a guy like Tyreek Hill does not need to play. Guys on the defensive end like Xavier Howard does not need to play. You know what I mean? So I understand some frustration with not seeing a Jalen Waddle, wanting to see what he looks like with Tua, maybe a series or two. But I'm not going to be bothered with that because in the same breath, we'll see Nick Needham play in a series, pop a finger out, and I don't know about you, but I lost breath for about an hour and a half. I couldn't.
I was in the same boat, bro.
I think Jason has a point. If you got Tyreek Hill going against X, Do you
Yep.
really need to see X covering somebody else?
There it is. That's
Like,
exactly right. When you have iron versus iron every day in practice, and you know what they've done on the field for years,
There's no point.
What do you need it for? It's football.
No, well, I'm just playing devil's advocate because I agree with you. I just want to state for the record. But devil's advocate here, opposite side of the spectrum is it's a new offensive playbook and they have to learn timing down. And doesn't that count for something?
It does, but not at the risk of running a slant with Tariq Hill just to get that split-second timing and having him, God forbid, concussed on a normal play. And that's football because it happens, you know?
no, I think we forget that these guys have been in so many different offensive and learning different systems all the way from high school till the time they're a pro. And they know football, like he was saying, but when they get a new offense, it's just translating it to what they already know. It's just a different verbiage. That's really what it is, and just memorization. So I think it's a lot easier for these pro athletes than we think it is to adjust to a new offense. But
I totally agree.
All right. That. I like seeing Gesecki in there a lot. I know a lot of people could say, oh, he's playing to highlight him for other teams. It's for trade. Maybe. You know, but it's the preseason, so isn't everybody putting film on tape for not just their current team, but maybe a team next month, next week, next year? So the fact that Gesecki was out there, I kind of liked seeing. You know, certain players, I'm fine with.
Look, it's clear as day he needs the reps to learn how to block better.
Yeah.
That we saw that in the safety. The Teddy Bridgewater safety. If you go back and look at that play, when the ball is snapped, Mike Gesecki still got his hand on the ground in the 3-point stance, and the defender is all the way, rushing past him at that point. There's something to be said there. And if we get into a regular season game, and this now, so let me straight up ask you, Jason, are you team Gesecki, or are you, hey, let's go get something for him now because he could be a liability, in this offense, the way it, is currently constructed with Mike McDaniel?
It's a great question, and I'm going to do my best to answer in the most objective way possible for a lot of different reasons. Number one being the benefit, which is always what I'm trying for, the benefit of the Dolphins. How is this going to benefit the Dolphins now and maybe in a little bit of the future? Gesecki is an asset more than he is a liability right now. I do understand the blocking negative. I do understand that he needs to get a lot better. What I don't understand, and I'm going to give credit to Sorty, Finja Die Sorty. We love his trolling. We love his funny tweets, but he made a fantastic point. We're all going to watch an offensive line rotate 3 or 4 players on the line, see if that's okay, but we're going to go crazy, not realizing that Gesecki might be able to do the same thing and learn blocking, learn different aspects of his position. So I know that it's a work in progress. I know that he has the ability to put the work in. I think
I got to push back on that, though. I got to push back. And I love Sorty, by the way, but I got to push back on that because there's a difference between 280, 330-pound offensive linemen, right? 350-pound offensive lineman learning how to block a little bit better, considering that's the position that he is in, compared to a tight end who, by the way, the last 4 years in the NFL has played 80+% of his snaps from the wide receiver position. There's a night and day difference with that. Now, I'm not denying that theory is, okay, a player can learn how to do this. But I put that same context into Connor Williams moving into center, right?
That's exactly
We clearly see that there is something off here.
Right.
He's not comfortable, and we are 2 weeks away from NFL regular season games. And if he is not here, what does that say to I personally feel more comfortable with Dieter playing center than Connor Williams right now.
Didn't Connor Williams have a good practice yesterday?
But and so it's different strokes for different folks, and you have to play each person, to eat who feels more comfortable, right? Do you agree, Jason?
Yes,
or
let's
disagree?
combine those two. It's almost like, what could you live with the person, and then what could you go over that value with what they bring to the table. So Connor Williams versus Dieter, to be real quick. Yes, Connor has had some minor snapping issues, nothing over the head or rolling on the ground or something that's going to create safeties or whatever. But yes, split second issues. Now, his ability to maybe be a better scheme blocker at that center role than Dieter, coaching might say, you know what, we could deal with it. That's a plus. So for Gesecki, if he can get his ability to improve to the point where he's still as dangerous as he is in the slot, not an overall liability when he's lined up. Because let me ask you guys this. A lot of people are saying, you know, when he's on the field, he just tells you what that you're going to do. I'll take that with a grain of salt, but what if you have Tariq, Jalen, and Gesecki on the field at the same time? What if you're
Say
at
that
the
one more
5
time.
yard
What's your
line?
question? What? Say that one more time.
I want clarity on when people say when Gesecki's on the field, it kind of sells what the Dolphins are doing right away. That's why he's almost like a liability. Right?
Last year, 100%. But the
this
reality, Daniel Oyefusi, who's been coming on every Tuesday from the Miami Herald. Shout out to Daniel. We love Daniel. Okay. Daniel had this book about the San Francisco 49ers offense and how it was constructed, and he had playing time down, and it was all broken down. Kyle Juszczyk, who is the fullback there, as well as George Kittle, if you go back and look at, they got significant playing times in the tight end area, and a majority of their snaps, they were in on blocking plays, right? Okay, now let's take that same scenario and move it to the Miami Dolphins. You know that they brought in Alec Ingold for a reason. Ingold's going to get snaps at the tight end position because he can block. Gesecki, we know he can't right now. I have no faith in him that he can block. I'm just being honest with you, okay? I personally, I'm going to say this, and people might kill me for it, but I've said it. I said it yesterday. Durham Smythe, number 1 tight end on this team. He is. I think he's the best tight end we currently have as is. Is he the most talented? No. Gesecki definitely is. But Gesecki can't block. And if you cannot block, you cannot play in this offensive scheme, in my opinion. That's how I feel.
Well, I'll tell you, listen, I'm not going to sit here and say that he can block. He can't right now. Is he trying to improve? Yes. We could all commend him for that. But what I'd love to do is maybe put a quantity.
Did two and on get you, Jason?
I'm here. I'm back.
Yep.
It would be great to see him be able to get 85 catches in his offense, but that's not going to happen.
No way. No way that happens.
No way that happens. But what I want, if you can't block, if you're not going to be helpful in 80 yards worth of the field, maximize his talent in plus territory.
You're paying him top 5 money of a tight end in the NFL, Jason. So you're going to sit here and we're debating here. Okay,
yep, I love
all love. You're going to sit here and tell me that I'm paying top 5 money to a guy who's going to play less than 35% of the snaps on this team.
Oh, I didn't say 35.
That doesn't make sense to me.
35. I want him in on big time third downs for passing situations. So you know
he
what?
He doesn't block.
But you know what? If it's 3rd and 7, you got to send him out on a quick route.
You have Eric Ezukama, who, by the way, I absolutely love. You got Cedric Wilson. Those are your 3rd and 4th options, along with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Where's he? Like, he doesn't fit in the offensive scheme, because here's a reality of the situation. I currently think that Trent Sherfield is a better pass catcher than Mike Gesecki is right now.
I love the way Sherfield's playing. Definitely want to give him props. For Gesecki's talent, he could be a monster in the red zone, where I'll give you what I would love. Ideally, and maybe semi-realistically, what would be worth the franchise tag this year? Because I think, Steven, I've made my peace with next year. It's looking like he'll be somewhere else. And that might be
Gesecki?
Yeah.
Oh, Gesecki's gone next year. There's no doubt in my mind.
I've made my peace with that. And
I personally think he should be gone this year, but
we'll see. And look, if a Tunsil situation happens where Greer calls, knocks the tires around, or a team says, hey, we'll give you this, that, and the 3rd for Gesecki, if it's too good to pass up, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But if he can get 7 or 8 touchdowns this year at times that are massively beneficial to help wins, it's almost like paying $800,000 a touchdown, or $1 million a touchdown.
Bro, he better be catching some touchdowns then, my guy. That's all I'm gonna say.
If you line him up strategically look, if you're down in your own 35, if it's 3rd and 7, yeah, I want Easy E, I want Wilson, I want Tariq, I want Waddle, a plethora and a spoiling of riches. But then you know what? Situationally, getting closer to the goal line, field is kind of getting cut in half. Where are my 6'5", 6'6" receivers? There ain't many.
All right. What is the size? Let me look. Roach, can you do me a favor? Can you look up Gesecki's height and size to Durham Smythe's height and size?
I think it's 2 inches, 3 inches, but skill set wise, I mean, Smythe can't. And I hate doing the whole sport reference. I like doing it, but I hate doing the volleyball athleticism with jumping and football. His
Correct.
body control, Gesecki, is the difference between a little bit of a rough throw and him being able to get the 2 feet down in the corner, as opposed to Smythe's ability. I'm not knocking Smythe, but the athleticism for Gesecki, with maybe an inch or two more, what he could do body control wise, getting his feet down, the athleticism's there. I know the yak hasn't been there. I know a lot of other metrics haven't been there. But if you watch how
I'm not worried about yak coming from my tight end. I'm worried about pass blocking, which is my number one thing.
That is still a concern that I'm with you.
And by the way, saving a quarterback who has had injury issues, all 3 of them, mind you, and go ahead. What is it? You got the numbers there?
I was shocked that you actually said he has injury issues.
Okay, no.
I found I found all their stats, but they don't list their height. I gotta.
They don't list their height. Okay, but either way, I think my humble opinion, whatever that's worth, whatever you guys call it for, I believe that the ability of Smythe and Gesecki.
Gesecki's 6'6", 250.
Okay, and what's Smythe?
Hold on.
Because to me that plays a big part.
6'6", 240.
They're the same.
And that was me rounding up to an even number.
And so I'm taking Durham Smythe 10 out of 10 times in this offense. I am. There's not.
I love that.
He's a better pass blocker. He's a better run blocker. It doesn't matter if he's in the game. You know, like he might be going out for a pass. He might be blocking. Either way, we're good. We know that if Gesecki's in, there's a big liability, and odds are of him being there. You got to remember, if he's there, Kyle Juszczyk is either lining up beside him to make sure that his block is good, or another running back. By the way, that's why I think Myles Gaskin could still make this team, because out of all the running backs, I think he's the best pass blocking running back out of all of them.
Agreed.
That's the only reason I think he makes this team. You know, you got to remember how big of a play thing this is. So people are going to be so mad. Look, they're in the chat. They're busting me. That's fine. I get it. I personally, as constructed, would take Durham Smythe over Mike Gesecki right now. That's just what I think.
You're not wrong in theory. And listen, Smythe is a very unheralded and underrated player, because he had like an 80% catch rate. You know, he's always getting first downs. He's a very, very good player. This system, it could maximize his skills above maximizing Gesecki's overall tight end skills. This is definitely, I love Gesecki as a player. Will it benefit the Dolphins to trade him this year?
Yes.
I would really, truly have to see the return, because if it's a 3rd or 4th round pick, then you're just starting.
I don't want to pick for him. That's
Neither
where
do
I don't want to pick
Neither
for
do
him.
I. If
I
it's
want a player.
Right. If at the end of the day, if it's a trade for a player that might have another year on the contract, that's at a position of mass need, that might not just be depth, that's a plug and play right away. Again, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. There could be a win there.
And by the way, let's say people in the chat, which a lot of them seem to be doing, disagree with me about the Gesecki. Come at it from this standpoint. Here's another way to look at it, which I kindly have already alluded to a certain extent. Are you willing to play a tight end top 5 money, because that's what we're paying him, by the way, for tight end, to play less than 30% of the snaps this year? I want you to be honest with me about that. I want you to think about that, because there's a good chance that happens if he stays on this team. We're paying him a ridiculous amount of money to play less than 30% of the snaps, because that's probably what's going to happen.
It's a great question.
Forget the talent level for a minute.
Right.
Just put that in perspective. Are you willing to pay a player top 5 money at their position to play less than 30% of the snaps?
I'm going to ask it or answer it with another question. Look, if he's playing minimally, but again, the quality of those usages and those plays, let's say it's, week 7, week 8. We're past the trade deadline. We know he's going in for the long haul. We're sticking with him, right? And people are wondering, where's Gesecki? But if he's the guy to catch a game-winning touchdown, if he's the guy to get a game-tying touchdown, a massive third down sprinkled across the season, you know? And if he knows, and this is the kind of kid that I think that he is, I don't think you're going to see folded arms on the sideline, hands on hips, looking upset. I think you're going to see him just understanding the opportunity. He's going to get his bag next year somewhere.
Raid the Tape asks, where's the hypothetical 30% coming from, though? Okay. Fair question.
Because he's at like 65%.
He's at 65% now in Flores and whoever he had his offense, right? Now
Maybe
we
even
bring in
70.
he was what?
Maybe even like 70 last year, but before that was like 60.
Let's say 65%. We'll split it down the middle, okay? 65% of the snaps he's currently playing on offense. You know what type of offense McDaniel runs, and you know that the tight end has to block. And if we see the play that we saw with Teddy Bridgewater getting the 2-point safety, you're going to sit here and tell me that he's going to allow that man to play a majority of the snaps this year, more than 65%?
You bring me
in no way, shape, or form
You bring me to a
McDaniel's going to
point.
do that.
I don't want to see him in Dolphin territory. I don't want to see him in our own territory at all. If you look at his breakdowns, the vast majority of his work comes in the early portions of the Dolphins field. It gets drastically, I mean, obviously it gets lower when you're talking about less portions of the field. There's just less real estate. But when you could just clearly see, all right, they're using him a ton when they're at their own 25. Let other people block in that situation and get the ball downfield. And then once we're in 30, 40 areas to pay dirt or less, that's when those snap counts are going to be more important.
Send Gesecki to the Packers so he can catch 100 for 1,000. Cappy, I personally think you're accurate. If he goes to New Orleans or if he goes to a Kansas City type, which he wouldn't go there because Kelsey's there, or if he were to go to Green Bay, which I think would be the most perfect fit for him, he would be a Pro Bowler, and he would go straight into the top 3 tight ends in the league. There's no doubt in my mind. But those tight ends are doing a lot of passing routes, and they are catching the ball, and they're playing out of the slot. And that's what those guys are doing. They don't have to block like that. That offensive line in Green Bay's already decent. Ours is not. We don't know where it's going to be, but that's just. I agree that wherever he goes, he will put up crazy numbers. There's no doubt. But I'm wrong. People think I'm wrong here. This is my opinion. I don't think that I'm wrong or right. I'm just telling you what I feel and what I'm comfortable with saying right now. And right now, there is?
No, there is no wrong.
There is no
in this case.
Okay, well,
it's such a crowded equation, Stephen. It's such a wait and see. So I really don't think you're wrong. I get what you're saying. I truly do. Wrong is the wrong word here.
Well, that's not what the people in the chat are saying. They're after me in the chat. That's fine. That's okay.
I'm holding back myself. I'm holding back. Not that I care about Gesecki, but that you said if he went to another team with a different quarterback, he'd be a Pro Bowler.
I do think that. I think he would, because the offense that would be there would allow for that, in my personal opinion. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me put this in, because I think a couple of other people want to get in on this conversation before we let it go, because I want to allow these 2 people to get in on this conversation. First person I want to get in on this conversation. I'm waiting for him to get on camera.
He's
in the back room already.
If I would have known about Jason, I would have gave him entrance music too.
I'll let both these guys get on camera real quick. You guys know him. You love him.
Music would be.
Okay. Nando Talk. At
What?
954. What's up, gentlemen?
I like the little intro music. What's up, Cam? Steven,
Hit the like
Roach,
button if you haven't hit it already. All right, we're having this conversation about Gesecki, and before we end it and go to the next topic, and I know Jason's got other things to do. He can't stay on for too long today. But I do want to get your takes on it with Jason up here. I'll start with Nando, and then I'll go to Cameron. What is your take on Gesecki? where he fits in, playing time this year, so on and so forth.
Before I start, I was watching the show. I did not see that Roach had a Tua jersey. That's the craziest take news update I've heard all
Nando,
morning.
you don't even know this. I have a cat that's orange and white. His name is Tua.
He has a cat
Wow.
named Tua.
Yeah.
Were you like not a fan of your cat before? Or did you like?
No. When Tua got picked, and I got a video on my YouTube channel of his first throw in the NFL, freaking out. I was super excited for Tua.
There we go. I am.
Okay. All right.
Welcome
Enough
back.
about Tua
But-
talk.
So
Gesecki.
Back to Gesecki.
So I hear you, man. I hear you. I've heard you for a bit on the 30% snap stuff, like, and I agree. Like that's a lot to pay for if you think he's going to play that little. I do expect him to play more, just simply out of talent. I'm hoping, like Jason said, that he
even if it's under
fixes that blocking.
50%, Nando, do you still like? Let's say it's under 50%.
It's not my money, so if Steven Ross wants to pay it, let him do it. And it's not like if we were paying Gesecki instead of paying someone else, I would understand. Like if you were saying that, oh, we have no cap room because we're playing Mike Gesecki, and it's time for us to sign a corner or offensive line help. But that's not the case. We have the money to spare for Gesecki and for more talent to bring in the room. So if we have to pay it, pay it. Unless we can get a good trade, I'm down for a player. I'm not sold on picks either. If we get a good player at a position to need, fire away. If not, hey, we pay Gesecki this year, and worst case, we're too talented at tight end. We're too talented at wide receiver.
Before I go to Cameron, do you think that Mike Gesecki plays more or less than over under 65% of the snaps this year?
65, huh? I was hoping you were going to give me 30, give me an easy out, but
no, I'm giving is 65%. Does he pay over under 65%?
I'll go for just under, maybe 63%. If he does get over again, it's barely
a cop out. Whatever, Nando. Cameron, what is your take on the whole Gesecki situation?
JV vibes, man. JV vibes.
So here's my take, and I'm in the minority because I've been looking at all these practices and the tape, and the limited amount of tape that's out there so far under this current offense, right? Mm-hmm. You see that Mike Gesecki is the trigger, right? This is a play-action pass offense, and Mike Gesecki in a two tight end set, which they've been running primarily with Smythe and Gesecki on the same side. Gesecki is the trigger, meaning he goes into motion, play action pass happens. He sits down and blocks, chips, runs to the flat, or goes up to the seam. The guys on the outside are taking the top off this offense. Gesecki, with his elite athleticism for the tight end position, creates mismatches right away. It was illustrated in the last game where he took that flat in the pass, went for 9 to 12 for a first down. That's going to happen all year long. It's over 65%. He is going to eat in this offense. He is going to be a first down, like Pac-Man, taking up all this first down yardage out of this offensive set. Plus, he's an easy asset for Tua because we're not sold on the offensive line and how effective they're going to be, right? And so if he can't get the ball downfield, which let's say it probably is going to happen more often than not, Gesecki's your man. Edmonds is your man out of the backfield, but Gesecki is going to eat in this offense.
You do realize Gesecki's going to have to start with his hand on the ground, which he has not done in his career. He hasn't done it in his career.
Who
Cam.
cares?
Who cares?
That's why he's been getting all the offensive snaps. That's why he's been getting extra reps.
And he has been failing at it.
No, he is not. McDaniel is paid to utilize the talent he has on this team. And Gesecki creates mismatches in this offense that no other team
Durham Smythe can create those same mismatches.
He cannot run like Gesecki.
Steven, you sound like I sound with Skyler right now.
He cannot catch the ball like Gesecki. He cannot run routes like Gesecki.
I know two things. I know three things. I know that a majority of the snaps this man has played in his entire career his hand has never been on the ground for the most part. There's been a ridiculous amount of those snaps he's been playing slot. He's not going to do that with this team. Number two thing I know is that when I have seen his hand on the ground and he needs to block, he hadn't done it. And number three thing I know is that McDaniel's offense requires the tight end to block. Those are three facts. Facts. You can't dispute those.
Those are three facts, and you don't have evidence that he has not done it because he has put his hand in the ground. He has chip blocked. Go watch the film, Steven. He is being utilized in this offense to take advantage of his skill set. He doesn't have to hold down a bull rush end. That's what Durham Smythe is there for. That's why they have Ingold.
Everybody says I have.
He is not that guy.
Everybody says I have the worst take this morning. I have
Let's
a bum
also.
take of the
I want
morning.
to jump in here too, and Cameron, awards for your takes, man. I loved hearing what you were saying about your prognostication here. But let's also look at certain situations on the opponent. If there's a heavy pass rush opponent coming on in, schematically, that's a game where Gesecki might have a vastly lower snap percentage, right? But then if you're in a certain game, options. It's all about options right now with this offense. So you know what? I think a lot of fantasy football players and all of us is, you know what? Guy didn't get 90 catches. He's a scrub. There's too much talent for 1,000 yards by, right off the bat, or 100 catches or 1,000 yards. There's a lot of players who
He'll be lucky to get 65 catches this year.
That's what I'm saying. There's going to be so much.
If he scores 12 touchdowns and has 1,000 yards and 65 catches, I'm good with that.
That's pretty efficient. I'll take it.
65 catches. Get out of here. His number. This is his numbers this year if he plays the whole year. Okay, you ready?
Hold on.
You ready to keep the receipt? You ready to keep the receipt? Okay, here we go. If Mike Gesecki is on the Miami Dolphins the entire year, his numbers are going to look something to the effect of he'll probably get 600, 700 yards. He'll get 6 to 8 touchdowns, and he'll play less than 50% of the snaps.
Steven, do you know
on offense?
Mike Gesecki
There we go.
beat Antonio Brown and Cooper Kupp in the 40?
4.52.
Okay.
Right.
Do not take
your tight end does
off
not
your
have
roster
speed
like
in this
that.
offense. He needs to block.
Hey,
he does not block.
That's an attribute to have at tight end, man. To have
You're
a guy
not
running that
even 12 years
fast.
old, and I'm going to say, okay, Boomer, get off it. Like, he does not have to block.
He does
Like,
have to block.
not
What
like-
offense have you been watching in San Francisco? Go look.
Dude, he is not
McDaniel
Mike Ditka.
McDaniel's just going to utilize these guys to the best way they can be used, man. He's going to maximize the talent in the right position. If he needs Smythe and Ingle to block more, sure, but he's going to use Gesecki. It's too fun of a toy to just put on your shelf, man.
Gesecki had 2 touchdowns last year, 70 catches, 700 yards. I'm guesstimating with the yards and catches, give or take. Give me 25 less catches, 5 more touchdowns. It's worth it.
100%.
Just finally see him as a red zone threat would just be so
That's all I
nice, man.
want.
That big
What I
frame.
want, what I want the touchdown Gesecki. Notre Dame got the touchdown Jesus. I want the hands up 8 times at least, 10 times in a realistic max. 10 touchdowns, $1 million per touchdown. Sign me up.
Look,
Yeah, I'm flip flopping. I want to keep Gesecki now. I just watched the
I've done
combine.
my job.
It's all right. I'm sitting here arguing with all
You gotta
y'all.
get another
I can
cat.
take the heat. That's fine. I'm good. I'm good
No,
with that.
my wife has
And
3,
by the
man.
way,
No more.
Here's a reality of the situation. Okay, my favorite saying. Okay, I want him to succeed. I want him to do well. I want the Dolphins to win. I really want that. I hope that I'm wrong. But this is just looking at the way, and I can also admit, watching that safety and him with his hand on the ground and the defender passing him scares the crap out of me. I mean, it scares me to no end because all I can picture is Tua taking from a pass rusher getting killed on a play in the regular season from Buffalo in week 3. That's what I'm picturing. Gesecki's down with his hand on the ground and the tight end formation. He never is able to get to the guy, and Von Miller all of a sudden pass right and like
Give me Smythe all game, that Buffalo game.
It scares me all day.
Don't blame that game there, though. But that's what I'm saying. If there's a game where he has to literally be just a distraction or a decoy at times, that's a Buffalo game where maybe against a Von Miller, you don't want to see him with his hand in the dirt. I agree with you. But with the maximized talent that this roster has, there could be games where running backs, receivers, Cedric Wilson could be 0 one game, 12 catches another game. Same thing with Ezukama.
No, I'm not trying to be controversial. I'm just telling you that where my take comes from this is a place of fear. I fear that having Gesecki into the game will come back to haunt us with an injury down the line. It's a fear. It's just a fear. That's all it is.
Say that again.
I have a fear that Gesecki being in the game will come back to haunt us with an injury down the line with somebody.
Like he's going to cause, like him being on the field is going to cause an injury to somebody.
Yep, 100%. Yep.
To who? Just say the name. He's gonna.
Don't even go there.
That's what he's trying to. That's what he's saying. He just don't want to say the name.
All right, listen. Do you think Mike McDaniel is going to put his quarterback one in position to be vulnerable to something like that?
That's
Like,
why.
listen,
That's why I don't think he plays a majority of the snaps this year.
man,
And that's why I have a problem. If he gets traded, then my theory has been proven correct. I just want everybody to know that.
Depends on what it depends on what he gets traded for.
If
Yeah, if he gets traded for like
for
a
a bag
second
of
round draft
chips,
pick, we're going
if
to
that
take that
man
all day
gets traded
long.
for a bag of chips, I promise you on everything, my guy, I was 100% correct in my feeling.
For a bag of chips.
You
Don't care
think
what he's
you
traded
would
for.
think you're 100% correct, but you wouldn't be.
No, I will be. I will be if he gets traded. Jason, how much longer can you stay up here, man?
I got a couple more minutes, then we got to get the kids on out to the fun stuff today.
Okay. All right. I don't care about Cameron. Cameron can stay on as long as he wants, although he will be on tomorrow.
What did you say first?
Me. I don't care about Cameron at all. All right. So here's another thing. I want to discuss the injuries that have happened in the secondary and where we kind of feel, because watching the preseason game number 2 against the Raiders, I felt like every time a player was hurt, it was somebody in the secondary, it was somebody at the corner position, and my heart sank every single time somebody came off the field from the secondary. Where are you guys at currently? Where's your heart at? Where do you guys feel as is with our secondary right now? What do we need to do to address it, whether it be a free agent or a trade? And the last thing in there, because I know I have like 3 parts to this question, where does Noah fit into this equation? I'll start with you, Jason.
All right. Well, top heavy, I'm not worried. 1, 2, 3. We all know that a healthy Byron Jones, which when he gets back, mixed with X, and then throw Needham in the slot, I love that dynamic. Depth is now obviously an issue with the Trill Williams injury that hurt, but Keon Crossing's doing very well in camp. Kader Kodu is really making a name
I like
for
him.
himself.
I like him.
I like him a lot. Physical guy, great story. I know he's the darling of the Travis Wingfield eye in training camp, which is a good eye to be the darling of. So I'm hoping he makes the team, and I'm hoping that he is in that kind of break glass in an emergency pin. Now, does that say that we're set and Greer's not working the phones? Absolutely not. I would say that if there is a potential of a player-for-player swap in any deal, and I'm not just talking about tight end, there are extra receivers on the Dolphins room. I would take a project corner somewhere else if you trade number 18, because one way or the other, he's probably not going to be a Dolphin in a week. So if you can get any type of a value, that's what I would love to see. Get rid of one of those fringe players for another team's project corner for depth. That's what I would like to see happen.
Cameron,
I think it all depends on the health of Byron Jones. If from everything that I've read, Byron Jones is going to make his way to game 1 and be on the field. Whether he's 100% healthy or not, I'd still take an 80-90% healthy Byron Jones over anybody else. Nick Needham can fill in there, but he's our slot guy. The golden ticket here is Keon and Kader. Those 2 guys have shined, during the training camp, and they've provided depth options, for this team in case Byron can't go. But
do you think Byron is ready to go week 1, or do you think he's not?
I think he'll be on the field week 1.
Jason, same question to you real quick. Do you think he's on the field week 1?
I'm hopefully confident, but yeah, if I gun to head, I think he'd be on the field week 1.
Nando, what's your take on everything with the secondary right now? And give me a little bit more detail on what you feel about Noah.
So with Byron Jones going down, I don't know if he's going to be ready for week 1. I hope he is. But Trill Williams getting hurt in general just made that loss even harder, man. Kader stepping up has alleviated it a bit, but if we could trade for a project corner somewhere, that'd be nice to give us a little bit more depth. In terms of Igbenogany, though, I don't know if we'll get a deal done for a project corner or anything, so we'll probably have to keep him as that depth. If you want a project corner, you might as well just keep Igbo, I guess. He is still a project at this point. So former first rounder, got the talent, Steven, despite being burned constantly. Or you can
look, I feel Noah shouldn't be on this team. Noah's just as big of a liability. He's even more of a liability, 10 times more of a liability than I feel about Gesecki.
But so would any project depth,
Look, I have no problem with the man personally. I'm just telling you, we have seen what he cannot do. And if he is in the game there's a very high percentage that he's going to get burned and allow the other, like it will not be good. Okay.
Oh no, 100%.
He does not need to be on the field. Noah
Should
needs
be
to
corner
be
six.
Yeah.
If he's going to stay on the team.
Joe
No,
Hayden.
he doesn't need to be on the team, bro. He doesn't. I
Ro-
don't
Ro-
want him.
If you're going to bring in a project,
I would rather bring in Chris Harris or Joe Hayden
Xavier
or
Rhodes.
both. Or
Oh.
or Rose.
I mean, if you're talking about a
Janoris
starter,
Jenkins.
let's do it. I think that's
Cameron.
Janoris Jenkins is available.
That's a good
fine.
one too.
I'll take any one of those 4 players over Noah.
but those are guys who'd want to start. So that'd be more in a situation, I guess, where like Byron Jones is down for a bit, right?
But
Exactly.
then they make the wherewithal. Hey, I get to go to a team where if an injury happens, I'm automatically moved up, and I'm playing with one of the best defenses in the
And
NFL.
it would
I
just slide
think
Nick
them better.
Needham down one
I-
step,
dude,
and they would slide in. I think.
I would love to have 1 or 2 of those guys.
I
And
think
we
we
have
would
the
love to.
cap
I just don't know
and
if
we
they
have the
would.
cap room to do it.
I don't know if they would do
Why
it though.
wouldn't
Just
they want to come here and
because they'd
play
be
with these
backups.
guys?
They're backups at the end of the day after like a week.
I think these guys know what they
They
would
also
be playing on.
and they also know in the future there's a chance that one of these guys is going to want to restructure a lot of money in the future. We're not going to be able to pay it, and then they can just step in.
Oh, I agree. But I think when you're talking about a Joe Hayden guy, he can wait for any situation in the NFL to pop up that's a little bit more desirable than I hope Byron is down for a bit so I can start. You know, if you're Hayden, a guy like Janoris Jenkins, Sherman's still in the market. You've
don't
got
want
your
Sherman.
choices.
I do
don't
not want Sherman.
I'm saying like
But-
guys like that, they have their choices. Like they don't have to just resort to being a backup, a veteran backup in Miami.
Jason, out of the 4 guys that Cameron just talked about, is there any world where we bring 1 or 2 of those people in? Do you think that happens? Because we brought in Mackenzie Alexander, right? And he injury.
Yeah.
So you would think by that logic, the Dolphins are at least going to consider bringing in somebody else, right?
Oh,
Are they, or are they going to wait for cuts to happen?
Well, that's another thing too. You know, cuts are around the corner too, so there's gonna be a ton of players on the market. But I mean, look, you have to assume that they're gonna bring in someone, a body. You know, even if it is for just mass competition for Igbenogany too. I do think he'll end up on the team. You just can't cut a first round pick. You know, I know.
Yes, you can. He's not Jason. So forget it for a sec. Forget that he's a first round pick for a second, Jason.
Okay.
Is he good enough to make this 53-man roster?
At the moment, no, but a 22 with punt returning skills, I could.
He's not
put him
even
on the
playing
team.
special teams.
I'm not.
He
saying
had
he's a
1
top
game last year
53.
in Jacksonville. He played 56 snaps, if I'm correct, something in the 50 range. There were 8 other plays, 7 other plays, 7, 8, or 9 other plays. One of those 3, 7, 8, or 9. Okay, that he played the rest of the year at his position, and then special teams wise, I don't know how many snaps they were throughout the whole year, but they were nothing. He didn't dress for 10 of the games. So we're keeping him on the roster because he's a first-round pick?
And he's
that makes no sense.
Mixed with the horror of the depth issue in the position, it's almost like
but there's plenty you have cap room, and we don't know about the cuts. So I'm going to tell you right now, if they don't address it and they keep him on this roster and we go into the season with plenty of cap room to go out and get somebody, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be mad at Greer. 100%.
It wouldn't surprise me if he was cut if Byron is able to play game 1.
You think he straight up gets cut? See, I'd like to package him in a deal. I don't think he's good enough on his own merit, but I don't
know. I mean, listen,
trading
who's
him with
gonna trade for
Gesecki
him
or
if-
somebody
If
all day.
Listen, everybody knows in the league who's going to trade for him.
Yeah.
Like,
He's a first-round draft pick. Everybody's talking about it. Why, you know?
to your
You give him
point,
a-
we
we
did
talk
dress
all
10
the
times
time.
last year.
We talk all the time about how players, you know, in a new team might feel differently, right? They might feel differently. They might have a different, you know, the being around a new club or a new coach or a new environment, it just might be different for them. You know,
Yeah,
we've
but
seen it time
You're
and time
tacking
again
on
in the
like
NFL.
$5 million into a trade for a player that maybe you don't want, or maybe
We
you
have
could.
20. We have close.
No,
to
I'm saying like
20
if
million
we
right
trade him
now.
away, right?
Yeah.
Like, aren't we just adding? Let's say we trade like Gesecki and his money. If you add Ola Benogany to that deal, you're asking a team to take on even more money, right? For a player that is basically depth or a project for them, that they could probably just wait till we cut and sign at a very cheap deal.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know why anyone would trade for Noah as much as I'd want to.
We could find a sucker like the Houston.
If any
the
GM is
Houston
watching.
Texans did. I'm about to say the Houston Nationals, the Houston Texans
just
did.
said
We've done
Houston.
it before.
Hey, Texas, if
found
you're
suckers.
watching, fire away, man. We'll take a second round
Well,
for
Bill-
a first round.
Bill,
Trade him to the Lions so I can watch him get yelled at on Hard Knocks. That's what I want to see.
Traded for Jeff Okuda,
all
straight
right,
up.
Jason, I know you got to get out of here, bro. Thank you for coming on this morning, Jason.
Anytime, my man. Thank you guys so much for having me. Fins up.
Fins up,
Fins up, man.
Good,
Jason, always a pleasure, bud.
Take care, guys.
All right, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers, right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. We have over 220 people that are watching right now. If you're watching, hit the like button. Hit the like button, guys. Doesn't cost anything, only 78 likes. Come on, hit the like button. Donate to the channel, help the channel grow. Having a little impromptu mini panel. I'm going to start bringing people on one at a time to hang out with us and give your 2 cents worth, because I know a lot of people disagreed with me today. I don't know how much longer Cameron's going to hang out with us, but Cameron will be here all day tomorrow, which I'm excited about. It'll be good times. All right, let me put the thing in the chat, and in the meantime, Nando, how are you, man? I really didn't get a chance to just say hello.
Good,
morning,
man. I went to go have like a little breakfast with my buddy. I made him skip work to go to practice with me today. Like he had someone cover a shift for him, and
then
there was no practice, so he was a little bummed out. So I was like,
you were going to practice today, right?
Yeah, man. I went to yesterday. It was so much fun. I was so excited.
Were you going to, Cameron?
Yeah, it was gonna be a blast. I was gonna go in my Javon Holland jersey. I was excited to watch a little scrap, a little chippy practice. I was just gonna go watch the defense side. Like I saw enough of the offense yesterday. I just wanted to watch Holland and AJ Brown and Xavier Howard, AJ Brown. And it got stolen from me, man.
Hey, what do you guys think about Trey Flowers?
Ooh, I like that. It was like a.
But do we need another pass?
I was like, yeah.
Do we need? I like him. I like him. Don't get it twisted. I love the kid.
Nice depth, like 31 and a half sacks or something.
Couldn't we utilize that money being very well more spent on a middle linebacker or quality secondary depth, or maybe even a backup or even a starter, offensive lineman if we can find one?
Well, maybe it tells you they're comfortable with the depth pieces in that.
That scares me too.
And maybe they're not comfortable with, and they felt like they needed his help.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you got an undrafted free agent right now on the depth chart. It's not, third behind Seiler and Wilkins, right?
I'm not sure, man. It'll be very, very
I
interesting.
mean, Melvin Ingram's been injured in the past. Van Ginkel's had injury.
Well, Van Ginkel just got hurt, right? He's not going to be. Van Ginkel just got hurt, right?
Yeah. All right, let me bring on the first person in the back room. We got a few people up here. I'll bring you on one or two at a time. Not doing any big.
Steven, I'm Joe.
You're out of here, Cameron. You're here all day tomorrow, right, bro?
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, bro.
Love you, bro. Be good.
Roach,
Easy,
take care.
Easy, bud.
All right. Let me bring on the first person. I'm going to bring on my man, Andrevius. Flow 69, poison the lunch. What's up, Andrevius?
Flow 69, poison the lunch. I don't even want to be on this panel that long because you cowards just sat there and let Steven spew on and on and on and on about how Smythe is better than Gesecki. Not in any world is Smythe better than Gesecki. And Cameron was the only one who had the cojones to come up here and tell Steven that was an idiot take.
Steven, I got some big news about the some college football real quick.
Ooh.
The Gamecocks are changing their name.
What are they changing their name to?
They have 3 options. It's the name for the mascot, just to be clear. Chuck Norris, Marco Polo, or Cock Commander.
Cock Commander.
The current name is Big Spur, but they're changing it, and I'm like, it's got to be Cock Commander.
It's got to be Cock Commander.
Has no one ever added an M after that, man? That's like low hanging fruit right there.
I know, bro. Right? I know.
Cock Commander.
I love it.
That's the only one that even fits the mascot. Like Chuck Norris, come on, bro.
Yeah, and is bad. It's like, yeah, man.
Hey, always a fan of South Carolina, right there, man.
I love Twitter. Twitter's amazing.
Twitter is undefeated.
Back to the Dolphin talk. Go ahead.
All right, let me bring on the next person. I'll bring on my man David. What's up, David?
Yo, how's everybody doing?
Good morning to you,
David?
my man. How are you?
Morning. Not too bad. I'm gonna tell you, Roach. Skylar is looking better than Teddy, but he looked horrible yesterday as well, like bad, horrible.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Is I didn't see nothing about him yesterday.
Yeah, he looked bad.
You were at the practice yesterday, David.
Yeah.
That's what you saw. Now, just for clarification, I have not heard anything about anyone. Like
But Tua.
about Skyler. About
Tua.
yeah.
Yeah,
just
Tua
Tua.
balled out.
And
Tua
the
balled out.
players that were coming off of the field. That was about it.
Right.
That was it.
Yeah, but Skyler was underthrowing and overthrowing, and he just didn't look good. Now, granted, it's one practice. He's not in the game. Got it. I understand. I'm just telling you, he didn't look good. He didn't look even close to Tua yesterday.
If he didn't look good, he didn't look good. But is there anybody else who I can't say the word, my speech impediment, that can agree with you that saw it?
I mean, I was there,
Do
man.
you have anybody that co-signed Nando? Were you there?
He was overthrowing and underthrowing. I wouldn't say I was like looking at Skyler and being like, why is this kid on the field? I wouldn't say he looked bad. I just think he looked like a rookie.
better than Tua.
I think Tua was just playing
Teddy.
phenomenal.
Yeah, he looked better than
Teddy and Skyler are both just showing me backup quarterback vibes yesterday. Like when I watched them, it was my I would look. It was nothing special, nothing crazy. But definitely QB2, QB3 vibes, not anywhere near QB1. You know,
Correct.
So I get what you're saying, David.
But I saw you yesterday. You didn't even see me,
dude. I was in my own little world yesterday, man. My buddy bailed on me. I was just a little mad. I put my shades on and I just walked in, man.
Flipside said that Skyler looked great, but he had limited opportunities.
No, that's true. He didn't look great. He's not even close to looking great. He did have limited opportunities. He did.
That's a fair statement. Okay. Is there anything else, David? I got a whole bunch of people in the back. I want to be.
Tyreek Hill didn't sign my head. I'm very mad at Tyreek right now.
Wait, did he
didn't sign my head.
Did he look at you and he heard you and he just said no?
Yes.
He did?
The freaky was right in front of me. He signed her shirt and skipped my hat, bro.
All right, David, I just want you to think about that statement for a second. He signed all Freaky's stuff, but didn't sign yours. Have you looked at yourself? And
Well,
have
of
you
course.
looked at Freaky? Do you understand?
Come on. I'm a good-looking guy. Just because I look,
I'm not
come
saying
on.
you're not.
Come on.
Should have signed David's forehead.
I'm not saying it. Look, Don't Freaky's my sister from another mister. I love that.
By the way, she is awesome. I met her yesterday for the first time. She is awesome.
Well, maybe he heard you trash talking Tua and he was like, I'm not signing your stuff.
I'm not signing your stuff. You're talking about my QB1. I'm not going to do it. Okay?
I had a real good time. A shout out to Batman and Larry L and Irvin. We had a really good time.
Cameron 954 says Dolph Freaky over David. No offense. LOL.
Wait, Nando, did you say people were trash talking him yesterday?
Man. Come on.
I heard people there was literally players walking by and then they were like, oh, that guy had some of the most penalties in the NFL last year. Like, oh, our offense. I was like, come on, bro. Like, just because they don't sign your stuff, there's no way you can trash Hunt and Kinley.
Flipside fishing.
Crazy.
Hold on, David. Flipside fishing with his 14-month. By the way, he's been a DWA Life member for 14 months. He's been a member of the channel. Shout out to Flipside Fishing. He said, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Shout out to Flipside Fishing. Everybody give it up for Flipside. One more round of applause for him, Roach. 14 months? My guy. He said, I was there and saw firsthand Skyler was looking just as good as Tua. He had very limited opportunities and was practicing as the number 3.
Stop.
Sounds like somebody says you're wrong, David.
Stop. Ask Larry L. Larry L is right there. He's just a Tua hater, so that's why he says something like that.
He just saw what he saw, man. He has a different opinion.
Because
it doesn't make him a Tua
hater. If he would have
hater.
been there, he would have saw the reality. That's the difference. He ain't seen nothing. I'm telling you.
Jeremiah says Flipside using his member shout out to try and lie about Skyler.
Yeah, I know, right? Come on, man. I was there. I was at the. Hold on. I did get Javon Holland's autograph.
See, there you go. You got the defensive MVP.
That's amazing.
What he signed? What he signed? What was it?
What did he sign? Your forehead?
Hold on, I'll show you. Give me a second.
Was it at least a Dolphin hat and not a Hurricane hat?
That's amazing. He signed 10 people's stuff, man. 15. That's amazing.
Who was it? Caller got a Hurricane hat signed by Skyler. I think that's funny.
You got a whole bunch of autographs.
See, this is what sucks about being in Jacksonville.
I know.
That's Javon Holland right there.
I hate
There you go, David.
Baltimore.
That's epic.
Yes, sir.
Good job, David.
And it's a Dolphin hat. Roach.
All right.
Way to go,
David,
man.
David, we got other people, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
I appreciate it, man. Be good.
Yeah, be good.
Hey, Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. Clap Blackers right now. We're bringing on people. You guys can talk about whatever you want. The link is in the chat. Come up hang out with us, talk. You got Nando Talk, Roach. We're just chilling. Nando Talk usually is on Mondays, will be Tuesdays when the season starts with the Smoke Show. But he decided, you know what? I'm not at practice. I'm going to hang out with you this morning, Steven.
You know,
I
Nando,
appreciate it.
me and Steven were talking the other day on the phone, and he was saying how shocked he was with the fact that I've been spewing nothing but craziness the last like 3 days, and I have not been voted out, and he's been voted out every day.
I know.
Every
They
day.
kicked me. They've kicked. Well, remember, there's a difference. I wasn't voted. I was timed out. Okay,
Timed out.
which is fine because you can only vote off people that are not Dolphins fans. But I was kicked out. And Roach with his craziness the last 3 days has been on. Nobody's kicked him out. I've been like, what's
Roach,
up
man of
with
the
this?
people.
What's going
I don't know
on?
what to tell you, man. The people's champion gets to stay in the seat.
They love
Hey,
Roach.
I'm like that special needs guy that they just like let him go. Just let him talk.
Just let him score the touchdown, man. It's fine. Nobody tackle him.
Roach.
Yeah,
We're gonna
just
call
let me
Roach
go.
Radio. And that's I don't know if that's politically correct or not.
Hey, it's your head.
That's right. There we go. All right, let me bring up the next person. Who is Fins Up D? Hello, good morning. Welcome to the show.
What's up? First
What's up,
off,
man?
I just wanted to say we messed up that Noah pick. It's so many other players we could have got in that 2020 draft class, and I feel like it's just time to move on.
I agree. I agree with you, Fins.
Like,
Fins Up D,
I
what's your real
get
name?
where they were going
What's
with
your
the pick.
Fins Up D? Hold up before you go. What's your name? I need. Are you Fins Up D? What's your name, man?
Oh, my name Darren.
Darren, what's up? Are you Darren W? Are you
No,
not
I'm Darren
Okay.
S.
Darren S.
Darren,
S.
nice to meet you. I'm
Darren, where are you
Joe.
calling from, Darren?
Nice
where
to
are you?
meet you,
Where are you
Darren.
calling from, big guy?
Palm Beach, Florida.
Palm
we
Beach
go.
in the building, baby.
Yes, sir. Like I get
like
where
it.
we were going with the draft pick, him being the youngest player. It was a lot of potential, but it's so many other players. I'm looking at it right now. T. Higgins, DeAndre Swift, Jonathan Taylor got drafted later.
I know.
Who else? Xavier McKinney,
I
KJ
know.
Hamler, Claypool, Trayvon Diggs, Cam Akers. A lot of players we could have got instead of him that would have been.
I
I
would have loved McKinney. I would have loved to
Love
have
McKinney.
You know,
Trayvon Diggs, I'm not so high on. I feel like he's a little overrated just because of his picks.
look at the end. At the end of the day, I'm not like. Do I like the Noah pick? By no way, shape, or form. I'm mad we traded back up into the first round to go get him. But I'm also gonna say, look, I'm not like some of the pick, but he's hit on some really good ones too.
Oh yeah,
And-
for sure.
and
So,
so-
like
so
last year's draft
you win
class,
some,
for
you lose
example.
some, and that's how it is. I
You
think,
really
with
do,
GMs.
man. If we
Like
draft
last year's
McKinney, maybe
draft,
we don't
for
get
example,
Holland.
Jackpot, Jalen Waddle, Jalen Phillips, and Javon Holland, all stars.
Yeah, man. What if we get McKinney and we don't get Holland, because we say, hey, we drafted a
Exactly.
safety in the first round. There's no need
because
to get a
Javon
safety in the
Holland, I
second
believe,
round.
has potential to be the best safety in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes things happen for a reason, man. It was a bad miss on Noah, and I would have loved to get other players. But think about it. If we would have grabbed some guy, maybe we don't grab someone else. Maybe if we grab a
That's
KJ
true.
Hamler, we don't get a Jalen Waddle.
That's
Just little
true.
stuff like that. The N if L is a wild thing, man.
Definitely.
Just changes everything.
But like I said, I get where we were going. Him being only 20, being youngest player in that draft class, a lot of potential, but it just didn't go how
it was a lot of upside to it, but you shouldn't have done it on a first round pick, right? Like
right, especially when he would have easily fell later.
He would have. I was talking
We
about
could
this.
have got him in the same place we got Robert Hunt, for example.
I was talking about this with somebody. I'm very confident there were a lot of GMs that anonymously said that that Noah wasn't on their board till the third round. And so I think we could have got him in the second round. Now, a lot of these GMs are saying this post fact, right? They can say whatever they want, but I don't think I would have spent. But, again, to my point earlier, and Nando alluding on it, you win some, you lose some with these picks. Point blank. It's what it is.
Facts.
Anything else you got? Anything else you got, Darren?
And Jalen Phillips, I feel like that helped patch up a lot of the holes.
Jalen Phillips and Javon Holland are going to be up for defensive NFL MVP this year. I think Jalen Phillips is easily going to go after the sack record. I 100. I don't know if he'll get it, but he's going to go after it.
Javon Holland, I'll put all my money right now. He's going to be first team All Pro safety.
Hey, I've already been on record. 5+ sacks, 5+ interceptions. He'll be the third guy in 13 years to do it in the NFL.
And then Xavier Howard's going to do his thing like always. Byron Jones going to come back. And I see a big year for Tua this year too as well.
I really hope and pray that Byron is here week 1. I'm not sure about it. It'll be very very interesting.
Me
to see
neither.
where
Like
that
you guys were
plays.
talking about earlier, Byron's not here week 1. I feel like we should cut Noah regardless. Because I feel like at this point he's just taking up a roster spot. When he's on the field, he's a liability to get beat no matter who he's guarding.
Didn't Byron miss the beginning of last year? At some point, like an extended period last year, and it was really bad when he was. Maybe it was the year before, but within the last 2 years, he was out for a little bit, and it was like we were horrible without him out there.
Yeah,
y'all don't remember that?
No, I do remember it 100%. 100%. All right, Darren. Anything else before I let you go?
Not really. Y'all enjoy y'all day.
Hey man, come back up, man. Come back up during Wildin' Out Wednesday. Have fun with us, man. Keep watching the show.
I'll be here next week. I was watching Wildin' Out Wednesday yesterday.
My man. I enjoyed the show, man. Thank you for coming on.
I'm sure I'll be here next week.
I like it. I like it when new people come up. Makes me feel good.
That's pretty cool, man.
I do. I love it, man. I love when people come up and love it. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show, Clock Blockers. Just so y'all know, right now I have one person in the back room because there was like 4 people, but they dropped out, and it's a Bills fan. So I have to bring him up. I got to bring him up. There's nobody else up here.
Well,
What's
good
up,
morning,
Mark?
everyone.
Mark, don't get entrance
like
music.
Everybody says, every team can take a look at who they draft and then who went afterwards and go, geez, we should have done that. We should have done that. But it's all in retrospect. Every team does what they think they should do, and sometimes you make mistakes. I'm a Bills fan, and our GM has made mistakes. We just got rid of one the other day and got lucky enough to get a 5th-round pick for a guy we drafted in the 2nd round. And we moved up to get in the 2nd round. So it happens. Anyway,
yeah, I'm not losing sleep over the Noah thing. I just don't want him to be on the team. I will lose sleep if he's on the field and he allows a touchdown because he has no business being on the field. That's just
I do think it's interesting, however, that both the Dolphins and the Bills are playing the waiting game on their respective great corners. Because
I think the entire NFL is, Mark. I think that I think it's what, Thursday? It's Thursday. Tuesday, the roster cuts have to go to 53, correct, gentlemen? They have to go to 53 on Tuesday. So you got all these teams that need to go from 80 players to 53. So every team is going to be cutting, close to 30 players around the league. So 30 times 30 is what?
900.
So you're gonna see who clears waiver. Who right now? All these free agents. I don't see anybody getting signed till after 2:00 on Tuesday. And
the other factor that are going to be affecting the rosters are going to be who's going to be placed on PUP, the temporary PUP for like 4 games.
Correct.
And that's why I'm bringing up Byron Jones and Tre'Davious White. Both of those are potential scenarios where a team's really top corner. Well, in the Dolphins' case, Byron's not the top corner, but he's the cover corner. Well, Xavier's the playmaking corner. But yeah, that's going to affect roster spots. So if you put Byron, for example, on the start of the season PUP, or do you carry a player on your roster that may not be able to play the first couple of weeks, and make him game inactive?
I think because of the depth that we have, you have to have Byron, whether he's ready to go week 1 or not, on the active roster. I don't think, because I think if you go on the PUP, you have to be up there for at least the first 4 weeks. So, and I think he'll be ready before the 4 weeks. So I think that he'll be on the active 53. Will he dress? I don't know yet.
Yeah, he just becomes a game day inactive at that point.
Exactly. So, again, it goes back to what are the Dolphins going to do on Tuesday when these roster cuts happen around the league? You would have to think, if the Dolphins, by logic, went out and got Mackenzie Alexander, that they're going to do the wait and see game, because I think there were better corners available in free agency than Mackenzie Alexander. I think we all agreed that there was. And if they didn't go after them then, they're going to wait and see what gets cut on Tuesday. That's what I think. But then the other thing you have to remember, Mark, is then you're playing the waiver wire game, because you might want to go after them, but there might be 10 other teams that want to go after that same person.
Actually, in
But
this
that's
case,
part of
I
it.
have a question. So somebody might know this. Does the waiver wire come into play when the teams have to go to when they cut down from 80 to 53? Is it based on last year's record for these teams, or are they just eligible to pick up whomever they can sign? I don't remember how that works.
If I remember correctly, I'm 80% sure. I'm not 100%. I'm 80% sure that the way that it works is it goes based on the waiver wire as currently constructed at the end of last year, and a draft order. Color commentary saying draft order. Mark.
Draft order. So
Okay.
The Dolphins drafted in their spot. They drafted. I'm trying to remember where they drafted last year with their picks, because they were 9-8, so they had to be like.
We were in the middle of the pack.
Yeah. Okay. So the Dolphins are way down the waiver wire. Obviously, the Bills are at the pretty close to the end of the waiver wire.
Yeah.
So if you're going to move something, maybe you do a trade.
Again, we're going to wait till Tuesday. We're going to see who gets cut, and then we're going to go after we're going to see, is it going to be a trade? Is it going to be a free agent? But right now, I think we're all going to wait for the waivers.
Gesecki's going to get traded. That's the only way the Dolphins are going to move Gesecki is in a trade for.
Oh, I agree with that.
Player,
I agree with that.
Not a pick.
Hey, Mark, I was actually working on an entrance music for Bills fans just now.
Really?
You guys want to hear it?
Yeah, go ahead, Roach.
I do, Roach.
From a circus, man.
I would look at my own little entrance music. That would be good.
That's pretty good.
I think the problem, I was listening to, the coach's press conference this morning, and the kind of the dance around the question on Gesecki, and I agree that was kind of a nice little dance around.
I mean, that's just what's going to happen. That's what's going to do.
Speak.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling that maybe the reason he's not tradable is the contract. Yeah, who's going to take a $9 million player that is on the last year of his contract, who is not a tight end, he's really a big wide receiver with limited separation but great catch radius. That's what he is. And I think that it's difficult to move a guy like that.
I think that if a team can find cap space or has cap space and needs a tight end, they're 100% going to do it. Or even if a team doesn't have cap space but is in desperate need of a tight end and is able to go, I think you at least say, okay, who can I cut? Who can I get out of here? Who can I trade with? How can I create cap room to bring in somebody of Gesecki's talent? Like, I'll be perfectly honest. If I'm the Green Bay Packers, I don't know why I'm not making the call to be like, what do y'all want for Gesecki? I would do it. Right. If I'm a Packer, if I was the Packers, I would do that every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Especially that you lost Devontae Adams. Gesecki and Green Bay would kill.
If they value him as a receiver, that'd be beautiful.
I know.
One of the things I brought up yesterday, I don't know if you guys heard me because there was a little bit of back talk on Wild Out Wednesday. But one of the projection, or one of the things that has to be factored in with the available cap space that teams have, and by the way, the Bills just restructured Deion Dawkins this morning and gained another $5.63 million in cap space.
Did they really? That's very interesting to know.
Yeah, it brings them up to $10 million in cap space. But the reason that they're doing it is because they want a little bit of money left over for the season, but also because the practice squad is about $4 million a year now for the 16 players. So you have to take whatever you have in your total cap space and subtract about $4 million from it, because that has to cover your practice squad costs.
Well, I mean, look, I want to say that if I'm correct, they Greer in either Greer or McDaniel already said in the press, like one of the very first press conferences of the year about that, they addressed the practice squad, that when we do, or the cap is already what Spotrac, right? They're the ones who do the cap.
Yeah, Spotrac does that.
They already have that factored in. I think.
So the Spotrac no, actually it isn't. Spotrac does not factor in the practice squad. So that's why when a team is looking at X amount of dollars, like I looked at Spotrac there just a little bit before I came on, and the Dolphins show about $17 million in cap space. Now each player that's under 2 years is $207,000 for the year. on the practice squad, and then the vested veterans, of which you can have like 4 on your. They're at a higher figure.
Got it. Well, I mean,
So-
look, we'll have to see when it comes up. All right, Mark. Anything
Yeah,
else you got
Dolphin
before I
fans,
let you go,
so
man?
go ahead and send me off and bring up a Dolphin fan. Have a good day, guys.
All right, Mark. Cheers, bro.
Thank you so much. There,
Turn it
Roach.
down. It's so loud. It's so loud. It's so loud. Get out of here, Mark.
Easy, Mark.
Okay. All right. Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. I've opened up the panel. Nobody else got on.
Yeah, they're all complaining about Mark being up here.
Nobody else is in the back room. But what I wanted to do while we waited for that is I wanted to talk to you about the first 4 games. And I wanted to get your 2 thoughts about the first 4 games. So first 4 games, we open up the season hosting the New England Patriots. We then go to Baltimore. We face Baltimore. Third game, the Buffalo Bills come here. And the 4th game is on a short week against Cincinnati on Thursday night. I want to talk about the first 4 games. I want to go win-loss record for first 4 and talk about that a little bit. So we'll start with New England. Let's figure it out. What do you guys think the Dolphins are going to do in the first game, opening game against?
We're gonna light them up, man.
We'll start with Nando.
We're gonna light them up. We're gonna light up the New England Patriots, man. It's not even funny. Like the level of talent between our teams, for once, swings in the favor of the Dolphins, and I love that. Like top to bottom, I honestly think our roster is better. You look at receivers, corners, D line, maybe offensive line is the only positional group where I think they have like a clear edge on us. Even QB, baby, 2 over Mac Jones any day.
All day. Whack Jones. Remember, we call him Whack Jones up there.
Whack Jones, Mac Stout Jones, whatever you want to call it, man. But my big thing is it's also like, even if you think that we're going to flop this season, a week 1 win is on the cards then, because that's the most Dolphins thing in the world is to smack our week 1 opponent. And then we'll see how the rest of the season shakes out. But so no matter what we're going down, man, I think a week 1 win is
a week 1 victory. Roach, where do you think for week 1?
You know what I think. You set me up.
I don't know what you think. I have
He's
no
trolling
idea.
me because he knows I'm worried about us losing.
And you know what? I'm also going to bring in because he's in the back room. I was going to wait for the back room to fill up a little bit, but this person, everybody's been like, get up there, Pete.
So
what's up, Pete?
You want me to finish what I was saying?
What's going on, fellas? How's everybody doing? Roach,
Pretty
go ahead
good,
and take
Pete. I'm
off.
gonna let
Thank
you
you.
in to this little thing here. I'm gonna let Roach go real quick. Then you go, Pete. Go ahead, Roach. What do you think for week 1?
I think we have. I agree with Nando that we have the better personnel, right? But what I'm worried about is, are they gelled yet together for week 1? That's what my concern is.
Okay, that's a fair concern. That is a fair concern.
100%.
I don't have an issue with you.
And I'm worried we're gonna find out what our issues are, like issues we could have found out in the preseason. We're gonna find out week 1. That's
so. What does your heart tell you? I want a prediction. I want a score prediction. Week 1, sir.
I think Tua's gonna get sacked 4 times.
Okay. I want a score prediction, Roach.
And I don't know. I think, oh man,
it's tough, man.
Javon Holland. One of our defense backs gonna get a touchdown, and for a pick 6, I think. But so I'm gonna go 17-14 Patriots is that's my fear. My heart and my hope wants it 45-17 Dolphins.
That's okay.
That's my hope.
Because my heart says we're gonna smack.
My fear is that if we lay an egg, it's going to be this one, and that we'll make corrections, and then we'll win our next 3.
Okay.
So I'm not dogging the team or hoping they're losing. It's just a fear.
I get you, man.
My heart says a win. My brain says it's very, very tough.
No,
game.
my heart and brain both tell me, and I'll let Pete go here in a second. My heart and brain both tell me we are going to smack the dog crap out of New England week 1.
You're not worried about that one side of the line?
I'm not. I just feel that I'm not scared of New England. There's nothing about them that intimidates me.
Yeah.
I am very confident. I'm overly confident, which I'm fine with. I know people have an issue with that. Don't care. We are straight up whooping them. and we're putting
I
up a
hope so.
40 burger. We're putting a 40 burger on the board, and your heart of 45-17. I'm gonna go like 4. I think it's gonna be 40. I'm gonna go 43. I'm gonna go 45. I'm gonna go 48-13. 48-13. We almost put up 50 points week 1.
Did you just try to
48-13.
Prices Right me?
I did.
Yes.
I did definitely just prices right you. 100%.
You did all the dirty work.
48-13.
You're the guy
Week
screaming
1.
on the TV like,
What is I bet one. What is I waste my bet? Thank you. No, 48-13 is what I think we definitely do that.
Let me ask you this, Steven. If we get to the Super Bowl, you betting on the Super Bowl?
I do not bet.
No, like we can't like I shouldn't say bet, not
betting.
exchange money. I'm talking about just like like
no betting.
Nothing.
Like you won't stick your deck on the line, take it all, tell every
did Pete
NFC
go?
opponent that it's
Pete,
over.
you were next, Pete. What's up? Oh, man,
What I said was so
He
on
left.
point that he was just like, I got
He was
nothing
like,
else to do.
I got nothing else to do. Okay,
The honor
that's
was
fine.
defended. Roach
All right.
made
Well,
a good
Pete,
statement.
you're welcome to. I know I got other people in the back room. I'll bring you guys on one at a time here in a few. I want to finish up this though. Okay, week 2. So right now, Nando and I are 1-0, right? Roach, you're 0-1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Week 2, we travel to Baltimore for the Baltimore Beatdown 2022. If you guys want to come to that tailgate, we still have about 40 plus tailgate tickets left to that thing. We want you to come. It's going to be good times. Good times to that game. If you want information, DM me, and I'll send you the link. Matter of fact, I'll put the link. Matter of fact, Roach, can you put the link up there now for Tail Greeter? It's in the description.
Yeah.
The Tail Greeter.
So
link.
I'm going to be so mad if I'm right though, week 1. Like I'm not going to be happy if we lose week 1 and I'm right. I'm not going to come up here and be like, I told you.
All right,
Like-
so here we go for week 2. So week 2, the Miami Dolphins go to Baltimore, and I'll start off first since I went last. I believe that the Miami Dolphins are going to beat the Baltimore Ravens, and here's why. I think our defense is going to step up tremendously there. Baltimore's defense compared to New England is night and day. Baltimore definitely has a better defense than New England does. So I don't think we put up a 40 burger in the second week. So I'm actually thinking Baltimore game, we're probably going to win like 23-13. 23-13.
A little slugfest.
23-13 against Baltimore in Baltimore week 2. Miami wins. All right, Broach, your prediction for week 2.
21-3 Miami.
Wow.
I think the zero blitz is going to mess him up again. He still he hasn't learned nothing.
You don't think Lamar Jackson's going to be able
He
to
hasn't
do
learned
anything?
nothing.
I think it's a very interesting theory about
probably
how
looked at it
Lamar's
as a
going to come
fluke.
back. Lamar, you got to remember, Lamar's facing the Jets week 1. So what is he
Ultimate
really going to
tune-up
get
game.
with the Jets, right?
The ultimate tune-up.
Ultimate tune-up game, right? So they're going to kill probably the Jets week 1, and everybody's going to be like, oh, they're going to kill that's not going to happen. It's going to, yeah. So I'm going to go 23-13 for me. You think, what did you say, Roach?
21-3.
21-3. Nando, what about you for week 2?
I think it's going to be closer, man. Lamar Jackson was having a phenomenal season, like last year, until the Dolphins came and just destroyed him and gave the game plan to the NFL on how to actually lock this man up. I think they'll be confident after that week 1 win. I see like a 24-17, like a 1-score game, like something that's a little closer. It's Baltimore at home, our first away game with Mike McDaniel coaching. 24-17 is a little more reasonable. I just don't want to see us lose, man. 2-0 would be beautiful. 2-0 to start off the season hot, and especially have that confidence ready for Buffalo. That's massive, man. 2-0 before Buffalo is massive. 1-1 would allow us to adjust a little bit, but I'd prefer the confidence of the team up.
No, I got you. So look, I'll say this. I think that the Miami Dolphins in week 2 are going to get everything they need for a confidence booster going into week 3, right? Like you struggled against Baltimore. Now you have back-to-back season wins. one in Miami, one in Baltimore. You've kind of got that monkey off your back against Baltimore, and you got to beat Baltimore when they're healthy. So I think that's how it's going to be, right? So now we go into week 3. Week 3, we're back at home. We're playing the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills have our number. They're the best team in the conference. Let's call it what it is. Nando, we'll start with you. What do you see week 3 Buffalo in Miami?
So this is a must win, especially if we lose week 2 against Baltimore. We have to beat Buffalo just to stop any doubt, any little fear that the Dolphins are gonna start sliding. You have to meet Buffalo in its tracks. At the very least, you've got to come out very competitively and show we can actually hang. This is a game where it has to be a 1-score game if we lose, a game where there's not a lot of mistakes on either side of the offense or the defense. I want to say a win, man, but at this point I'm projecting 3-0. So it's tough, man.
Got to pick, bud.
28-24. We're going to go with the Miami Dolphins. Keep it 3-0. Let's do it.
Nando, I love the enthusiasm, sir.
That's who I am.
Love the enthusiasm.
Got to stay true to me.
Roach?
30-20, and that's with a safety.
And Miami winning?
Miami's winning. And Byron Jones with the safety.
Wow. You guys are... I want to have... So...
Are y'all surprised with me?
I am very surprised. I thought you would totally 100% think that they would.
No,
lose.
because I think the people around Tua are good enough to make him look good.
So here's
that's fine.
Here's how I feel about the prediction game. Right.
That's all I need.
The prediction game is great, and I love it. But I also want people to understand that I'm realistic, and that I understand we have not beat Buffalo at all. We haven't, and until we do, I don't know if I'm going to be confident that we are. So with that being said, I think we're going to unfortunately lose that third game. Okay. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we kill him and we go after him. But I can't. I don't think I can legitimately come up on a panel and say we're beating Buffalo until we beat Buffalo. Right? Like I don't have that predict. I'll feel on top of the world at 2-0. I will feel great because I really feel like we're going to beat New England and we're going to beat Baltimore. But I do think it's going to be a close game. A lot closer than people give us credit for.
I mean, that's why when it's week 1 through 4, my easy cop-out would have been what I always say. Steven, when you asked me, I was just going to say, well, I think after week 4, the Dolphins will be 2-2. I don't know how the first 4 weeks are going to go, but I think 2-2 is reasonable.
I think Miami, that third game, loses 27-13. I think we lose. I think we lose 27-13 because
struggling offense.
I think it's going to be close the whole game, and in the end, something's going to happen, and the game. It always happens in the fourth, right? And the game usually gets out of control in the fourth quarter, and so I mean, that's just that. Until I see something different from the team, that's what I feel about that Buffalo game.
So would you be okay with that, though, if we hung tough all game and then in the fourth quarter we just not collapsed, but we finally broke?
If we're coming off of 2, so let me. I mean, that's a fair question. Let me put it in perspective. We're coming off 2 wins, New England and Baltimore, right? 2 great, very impressive wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
We hung tough for 3 quarters with Buffalo, and in the fourth quarter something happens. I can't get mad at it. Like I got to be like, okay, we had a bad quarter. It's whatever, right? We couldn't close the deal with Buffalo yet. I will also say it will also tell me we're just not there yet. We're just not there. We don't have their number yet. We're close, but we're just not there yet. Whatever it may be. So that's how I'll feel about it. I won't be. I'll be disappointed for the rest of the day. I'll be sad. You know, Therapy Monday will not be a fun show, but I also will feel in my heart of hearts that come Tuesday, I'll be like, all right, I'm good. Like, let's go on to Cincinnati. Let's do what we can do. With that being said, let's talk about the fourth game because I wanted to go over the first 4
Cincinnati.
games. So now we got a short week of rest, and we go on to Cincinnati on Thursday Night Football. There's 2 things that play a factor into the first 3 games. Number 1, how well does this team cohesive? Roach's point, right? How well are they going to gel?
By that point, it should be pretty good.
It should be, right? The second thing is health. We would have played a team against the Patriots that are known to be dirty. We would have played Baltimore, who's also known to be dirty, and we would have played Buffalo, who we've had some big time injuries playing them. So with those 3 games, now we're on a short week. We're coming off a loss. We're banged up a little bit. My heart tells me. So this is the one where I'm like Roach in the first game. My heart tells me and my brain tells me 2 different things. My heart tells me we're going to go in and they're not going to do well after this loss and we're going to stomp Cincinnati. My brain tells me that I don't think we can win in a shootout with Joe Burrow yet and that team. I don't know if we can do it yet.
What's the weak link?
O-line.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, look, here's the funny part, right? Like we saw Joe Burrow win a playoff game getting sacked 9 times, right? So could Tua essentially do the same thing if the offensive line is not there yet?
I guess my question is, if you plugged that offensive line in front of Joe Burrow, would he have the same issues?
He had that last year, bro. He had 9 sacks in a playoff game and won.
So that sounds like me that
line last year.
Yeah,
but I mean, are we winning? Are we
32nd.
winning in a shootout? I don't know. I'm not ready to say that yet. I'm not confident to say that yet. How about that? Do I think we have the pieces to do it? Yes. My heart tells me we're going to go into Cincinnati and we're going to be pissed off that we lost to Buffalo because we had them by the throat up until the 4th quarter, and we're going to feel some type of way, and we're going to be like, we're not losing this game.
Mm-hmm.
But my brain tells me, Steven, you got to be careful. Don't let your heart get ripped out of your chest. Understand where we're at as a team. They can't just come in here after not making the playoffs all these years and now all of a sudden go toe-to-toe with Buffalo and go toe-to-toe and beat Cincinnati, the defending AFC champions. My heart tells me we're going to lose that game too. Or my brain tells me we're going to lose that game too. My heart tells me I want to win it. So I think we're going to lose that game. I'm going to go with my brain on this and say that we're going to lose. It's going to be like 38 to 31. It's going to be a shootout. 38-31. We're going to lose. So I think we're going to be 2-2 after the first 4. Roach, what do you think? Week 4, short week.
Oh, we're going to end up 3-1, right? And I think this is going to be the game where we see the running. That's what's going to pull us over. I don't think it's going to be Tua. And
you think it's going to be like Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert getting out of getting us out of it? That's fair.
I do. And I think the defense is actually going to do very well against the Bengals.
What's your score prediction?
17-10.
Wow, that low?
I think it's going to be defense.
All the weapons on this team, bro.
I know. I think it's going to be defense.
I don't think it's going to be that low.
But hey, and I'm not saying that we have a bad offense. I think if you watch us, we go in waves, dude. We have highs and then we drop, and then we highs and then we drop. And I think we're going to come out with the drop, and then we're going to rise up, and then we're going to get to the Bengals game, and then who we playing after the Bengals?
The Jets.
We're not there yet. Yeah. Let Nando go about Cincinnati.
How far are we going? We doing the whole thing?
We're just doing the first 4.
Well, see, I want to say 2-2. That's what I normally predict going in after week 4. But in this world, I'm already 3-0, and 3 great wins for the team. They've got to lose sometime. They've got to get a hit eventually. And I do think that if we are 3-0, all that steam, all that confidence is eventually going to hit us against that real challenge on Thursday night, short week, traveling. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing it. I don't think we're going to do well. We'll have gone from home, away, short week. I think the team will lose. It'll be a close one, like a 31-27. Tua will try to lead that little last drive. Maybe we'll sputter out, or vice versa. Joe Burrow wins it at the end. But it will come down to a
Nando,
drive.
let's take your theory and my theory. We lost in the fourth quarter against Buffalo, and now we lose in the 4th quarter against Cincinnati. How would you feel after 4 weeks if that were to be the case, where we lost the Cincinnati game in Buffalo in the 4th quarter after going 3 strong with both of them?
So 2-2, man. And if we went strong, for three quarters in both of those losses. I'm okay with that. This is a team that's grown a lot. Very tough first 4 games, not only for the team, but for Tua itself. Legacy-defining games against Mac Jones, against the team that the Dolphins beat the Ravens last year and everybody called it was a fluke, Then you've got the Buffalo game, which is massive pressure on the Dolphins and Tua, and then Joe Burrow versus Tua again. If we come out 2-2, strong, looking for the first 3 quarters, the offense and defense firing all cylinders, I'm okay with it. I'm happy because we'll end up 3-2 after week 5, which is all I need. We're gonna beat the Jets. I know we're not going that far, but that's
so. This is what I'll say. I think we go 2-2 in the first 4, and then we go on to win the next 7. And I think we'll be 9-2.
Oh, wow.
I think we'll be 9-2 after the first 11 games. 100% believe that.
I think
and let me tell you, if we start out the season 1-3, it's not the end of the world. I'm not lighting the season on fire yet, because if we go on to win the next 7, it's on the last 6 games.
So,
which, by the way, I think the last 6 games is where we either make the playoffs or not make the playoffs.
What week do you think we're laying an egg? Because we got to lay an egg. We're going to lay an egg. We do it every year.
Nobody here thinks we're going 4-0, do we?
What? But is losing to one of those, is that really laying an egg besides the Patriots?
No, I'm saying those are four
those aren't laying
teams.
eggs. Yeah. Laying an egg is losing to like the Jets, the Texans,
the Lions.
Yeah, that's laying an egg.
That's what I'm saying. I think we go 7-3 entering the bye, and then 5-2 afterwards. That's where I get 12-5 from. So I agree. We could definitely run the table like from week 5 to week 12. That would be. We could definitely not drop a single game because that's when we play those Lions, the Bears, the Jets.
I think we win the next 7
the Texans,
after the
Browns. Wow. That middle part of the season is very nice. After the bye, it gets tough, but that middle part, very soft.
All right, let me bring on somebody who's been in the back room for a little bit here who might have a thought on this. Mr. Batman 2423. What's up, Batman?
Batman.
Hey, buddy.
Batman, you just listened to all of us give our predictions to the first 4 games and how we kind of see that going. What are your thoughts?
I think we're going to blow the Patriots out of the water. Game 1.
Me too.
Yep. I think it's probably going to be maybe 30 to say 32, 31 to.
I'm just telling y'all get your cheeseburgers ready because we're putting up a 40 burger. I'm just telling you, that's what we're doing.
It's possible.
Week 1.
It's possible.
We're putting up
I think that the most they do is a touchdown. That's the most they do in that game. I have us losing against Baltimore. I believe it'll be like 28-14. I have us beating the Bills. It's going to be close. I think it'll be like a 20-17. I do have us beating the Bills at home. I have us losing to Cincinnati. Like Lando said, the traveling, going back and forth, short week. It's going to affect us, and we will lose that game. I think it will be close, maybe by a touchdown, like you guys mentioned. And then, like you mentioned, the next 7 games, they're all very high hopes of winning because as far as who we're playing, I feel the trap game is that Chicago game. That's the trap game that we have this season. That's the trap game.
Is it Bears Lions or Lions Bears?
Well, hold on. What do you hold on, Batman? Just to re-clarify, what do you have for the first 4?
I agree then.
2-2. 2-2.
And who?
I'm more optimistic than Batman.
Buffalo and Cincy.
Baltimore and Bengals.
Wow.
Baltimore and Bengals. Interesting.
Batman, are you shocked that I have us as 3-1?
You think that we beat Buffalo?
I think we're going to go 2-1 against Buffalo this season. We're going to beat them in the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hot take, bro.
Yeah.
I hope you're right.
Me too.
I hope you're right. Let me bring on my brother from another mother, Von Joe. What's up, Von Joe?
Steven, I was gonna come on. First off, do I sound okay? Can you guys hear me?
You sound good, buddy.
Okay, I was gonna come on, but I'm gonna go fall back. I'm gonna let you guys live in your world of delusion. Because you guys seem like you guys are happy with these Skittles that you guys are eating and popping right now. Because Batman would
actually, I think we've had way different predictions.
We've all had different predictions. Some of us have had 3-1. Some of us had 2-2.
Losing to the Patriots.
I know, but
there was one of us that my heart tells me we're going 4-0. What do you want?
No, then we said, hey, They say, hey, we're going 1-3, but the world is not burning, guys, man. We're okay. We're okay.
I said if it, I was playing out all the scenarios, Vonjo. I said if we go 1-3, we win the next 7 still. I'm not like the
That's
game.
cool.
How we will make the playoffs, in my opinion, is
Okay,
in
we
the
go
last 6
1-3.
games.
We go 1-3. Next, list the next 7 after that.
Jets, Vikings, Steelers.
Vikings could be okay. You guys see again. You guys are underestimating the
Lions.
You guys are underestimating the
Bears.
Vikings. The Vikings are trash. You know that, right? They're not just garbage.
For fan
Like
week
Kirk
at
Cousins-
home
Kirk-
after
Kirk
week 5.
Cousins- Kirk Cousins got heat up real quick. I'm gonna
Collapses
be at
in
that
the
game
big
with
games.
Roach.
Kirk
Yes.
collapses in
Who
the big
says we're a
games.
big game? Who says we're a big game? Why-
Week 6
why do you
fan
think
week for the Dolphins. We're going to be in full force,
It's out of
baby. It's
town.
might as
That
well
don't
be a
mean-
prime
that
time
don't
for
mean
him.
jack nothing to them. That don't mean nothing to the Vikings. We're just
We're
another
loud and
team.
proud.
That's not a big
All
game.
Kirk Cousins does is fold on big crowds and big screens, man. That's all Kirk does.
Vonjo, Vonjo, let me ask you something, buddy. What do you think
And
we're
this
doing that
50
after?
and
No,
this
Vonjo,
40
no.
burger.
Vonjo, if you're gonna sit here and critique us, which is fine, you have every right to do. I want you to put
Okay,
your,
what
your,
about 3
your
first 4
name.
games?
I
What
want
do
you.
you
I want you. You put. We're going 1-3, and who's the one
Yeah.
game we're winning? Who's the one game we're
Patriots.
winning? Patriots
Patriots.
game. And what do you think we're winning that by?
By I say 6 points.
A close game. How many points do you
Yeah.
think we're putting up?
At most 23.
Okay. And you
I
think
don't
we
know.
drop?
I don't know.
And you
8
think
to
we
2.
I
drop
don't know
the
what-
next 3?
Yes.
Okay, I disagree with you, but I hear you. I hear you.
Vonjo has us going 8-9 for the season, by the way.
Okay.
Vonjo, you have us going 8 and 9?
It was not 8 and 9. Stop that, man. It was 9
I
and
got it
8.
on record.
It was.
I got it on
It was
record.
10. No, it was 10. It was 10 and 7.
You
Then
changed
it
your
dropped to
mind.
9 and
It's
8.
on tape too.
It's on tape. 8 and 9.
It was 10 and 7 at first. You're not gonna give me the first
Yes.
one. You just go see.
10 and 7 was
See?
at the beginning.
See?
and
You see how
then
you got? You see how bad
Last
man trying
week-
to clickbait people?
You changed it last week to 8 and 9.
He's got you down, man.
But I sat there and said, no, that can't be right. I sat there and gave us an extra one somewhere.
But I agree with
8 and 9.
Steven, though.
It's a not-
The mid-season games.
I said
we-
either
we have
10
to
or
have
7.
them.
We went 10 and 7.
I'm
10 and
still.
7,
I
or
want to
9 and
see.
8.
Before I give my final prediction of how I see the season going, I want to see what the final roster
man.
looks like.
Okay, I think I
Because the
I think I
last
went into
6,
a bad service area. Can you guys hear me?
yeah, we can.
Yeah.
I think the last 6 games for me are going to be the most important for the Dolphins.
Guys,
I
can you
do.
hear me? I went into a bad service area. Am I back?
Yeah, we got you.
Yes, Fonjo.
Okay. Okay. No, I couldn't hear you guys.
Sound like
You
the
guys sound
Verizon
so
guy.
sorry.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Can you hear
but
me now? Okay. I don't know what happened to Fonjo there.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, so yeah, man,
Fonjo-
I say 9 and 8 or 10 and 7. That's where we at. That's where I have us.
Okay, well, I think you're wrong.
Update your stat sheet, Batman.
So
I'll go back and listen
I'm
to
still
it again.
very confident that at minimum we win 11 games this year. At minimum, I'm very
okay,
confident. In that.
where? So what have you seen to make you that confident?
Tua.
What
Wait, you
have
talk
you
to
seen
a-
to make you?
I just think there's way
Yeah,
too many
unconfident.
moves. So, no,
Wait,
that's
hold on,
Batman, we're not talking about Matt,
Hold on,
bro.
wait. I want to
Tua?
answer. Oh, hold on. Can I answer your question, Vonjo? Give me a second. Let me answer your question, bud.
Okay.
I
But
think
whoever
at
said Tua
minimum.
needs to answer me also.
Okay. I think at minimum, the Dolphins win at least 11 games. I still agree that they're going 9 and 2 in the first 11. I think the season hinges upon the last 6, right? So that means if my theory is correct, that if they're winning 11, that means they're only winning 2 out of the last 6, right? Which the last 6 is, in my opinion, very tough. Like the whole, even that last game against the Jets, because the Jets will, if we're in a playoff scenario, they're going to want to do nothing but beat us to kick us out of the playoffs. Do you get what I'm saying? Like like that last 6 games is going to be crazy. But why do I think at minimum we're winning at least 11? Because I think that Tua is going to take in a major jump from year 2 to year 3. We saw it with Josh Allen. We've seen it from other quarterbacks around the league in the past. There's just something that when a quarterback goes from year 2 to year 3 and they have the right people behind him, which I believe that Tua does. He's got the right coaching staff who believes in him. He's got the players and the pieces that are around him. I believe that at the end of the day, that he is in the best position to succeed. If this team does not succeed, and he is a direct result of it, then he's not the guy in any way, shape, or form. Okay.
So can I ask you a
So
question?
you're going.
Hold
so
on,
you're going. So
hold on.
you're,
Let me finish. The
you
other
don't
reason.
finish. You're going
Yeah,
off Pope. I already got it.
Hey,
You're going
I
off
thought you
Pope.
were done too. You took an awkward pause.
And
I already registered that you're going off Pope, Steven.
And the other thing that I believe too, even though McDaniel was not the head coach that I wanted, like I wanted one with a former coaching. I wanted a former NFL head coach that would do it. He is the offensive coordinator that I dreamed of. He is the offensive coordinator that I dreamed of. And I believe that with this offense that he's, implementing here, I think we're going to see some fun games this year. It's going to be fun watching the Dolphins this year. So that's truly where my heart tells me, and my brain even tells me that, just based on just past experiences with things. I've seen flashes of Tua that have shown me the kid's got it somewhere. Can it come out on a consistent basis is the question. And I think we're going to find that out this year.
So,
and I believe my heart tells me he's going to.
So do you got the whole time he's been up here?
You're
We've been
hoping
hearing.
he's going to be consistent. That's what you're doing.
No, he has to be consistent and he has to stay injury free.
So you're hoping he's going to be consistent. You're hoping he's going to be injury free. So you're hoping that he goes against the grain of what he has already shown us.
I mean,
right?
what he's already shown us is that he can win 9 games.
And and by the
he's
way,
going to get better. He should win more.
He's going to get
Okay.
better. He's going to get better in this offense.
All right, Nando.
So-
showed us that he can win
so
9 games. Or our defense.
my
showed us
question,
he
Steven,
can win
is-
9 games.
So if our defense is better and our offense is better, then we should win more games, Vaughn.
I still I just want to state for the record, and Roach, I'll let you go after me,
Thank you.
that no matter how they win, it will never be like the narrative. The narrative will always be, oh, McDaniel came in and revamped this offense, or Tyreek came in and saved this offense and opened it up. It will never be that Tua stepped up from, like, the narrative, the national narrative, that will never give Tua his credit. But
100%.
Tua will be a direct
If
result.
Tua steps up and does what he has to do, how can you not give him his credit? At the end of the day, the quarterback still has to
I'm just
execute.
telling
If
you,
can't
I don't
say-
bel-
if
I
he
don't
executes,
see it.
no.
Ron,
If he executes, he executes. No matter
Even the
what
games he
offense
does
it is.
execute, nobody gives him credit.
No,
They
there
got
are
lucky.
games- There are games. Time out, Bonjo. There are games now that we can go back to that he has executed,
Don't
and they
tell me
still haven't given him
Arizona.
his
Don't
praise.
tell me Arizona. Don't tell me Arizona.
Bro, it doesn't matter. I'm just.
What does execute mean
don't
to
have
you?
to
Winning?
agree.
Does execute mean
it's a
winning? We
perception.
beat the
Okay,
Patriots.
okay, you know, never-
we
I forgot-
we've
okay,
beaten
okay,
teams
we're
with what
gonna
we've needed him to do.
We're gonna let what, the Patriots? So you mean the team that we're gonna lose to if Xavier Howard didn't cause that fumble? That was him executing?
Did we win though?
Guys
Did we win?
are
Did we
so-
cut?
oh my
All right, hold on, Von.
Did Xavier Howard's one fumble win the game? Like, just score all the
Let
points?
Roach go. Let Roach
All
go.
right.
I still
I think-
got other people in the background.
I think
Sharif,
Fonjo's
you're
gonna
next
agree with
when
this.
I bring you on, Sharif. Just hold on, guys. I'll bring
But-
you guys on.
For the last 2 years, all we heard is these excuses for Tua, right? Of why he's not where he should be.
Okay.
So what makes you think, with all those same excuses, that he's on track to make the jump in year 3 when he hasn't been on track for anything else?
Because
Because
NFL
his injuries are done. The injuries are done. He's 100% healed from the hip.
It's not just injuries, though.
But the injuries was the main excuse. He's 100% healed.
I'm going to answer.
The injuries was not the main excuse, Batman. Stop that.
Why does he look different right
There was
now?
a
Why does he
laundry
look
list of
so
excuses.
different?
Oh, he didn't have weapon. He doesn't look different.
He doesn't
He's
have
still
zip on the
checking
ball.
down.
He
From
can't
the
throw the ball
what we have
downfield.
seen, from what we have seen, he's still checking down
Give
the
it to
ball.
me. Give
Not
it to
stretching
me.
the field.
Chaos.
Stop that. Stop that. Stop the nonsense.
Can't
All
tell
right.
me he doesn't have
He's
From what I've seen with my eyes at practice, I can tell you this guy has looked different.
Von Joe, stop
And
yelling.
he gets
Von Joe.
and he gets
Come look at it with your eyes,
life.
then. I don't know what to
Von
tell
Joe,
you.
stop
He gets in
yelling.
real game and he nuts up in real games.
Von Joe,
That's
here's
what we
the thing.
see.
Your
Here's the
hero,
thing.
Skylar Thompson, has played 0 real games, if that's what you're going to go off with. You know what I'm saying? There has not been a single real game this season in the NFL. There has not been a single real game in the NFL this season.
I did not bring up Skylar Thompson.
I'm just saying, like, there's nothing to change. You're complaining that you haven't seen anything. There hasn't been a real game yet.
Our season doesn't rely on Skylar Thompson.
There hasn't been a real game this season yet.
Roach, just let him
And
go.
it relies
Roach.
on
Just let these two guys-
QB1, and our QB1 hasn't showed anything. But you want to bring up Skylar Thompson into the narrative. I'm not even bringing up Skylar Thompson. I said what Tua has done. What has he shown? Because
we're at practice.
because
That's all
our
we
season
have.
is on his shoulders.
All we have is practice, Vaughn. That's all we have.
Exactly.
Roach, what did you want to say?
Nothing.
The chaos is over.
The
I'm
chaos has
protected.
ensued. You are protected.
Sorry
No,
for
Roach,
cutting
go
you
ahead,
off like
Roach.
500 times.
Here, if Roach,
bad,
you want to
Roach.
go, you want
I
to go.
love you,
Otherwise,
Roach.
I had nothing. I had nothing.
I'll say
I'm just
this. I think
scrolling through
that-
Twitter laughing.
I think that Tua is the healthiest he's ever been in his entire football career, high school, college, or pros. I think he has the most confidence he's ever had in himself and around him that he's ever had in his entire life, high school, college, or pros.
Okay,
And I think
check
he
all
has the
that.
best. And I think he has the best weapons around him he's ever had his entire career, high school, college, or pros.
Steve,
So you
do
take
you
all
believe his,
three.
do you believe his mental clock is fixed?
I believe he's the most confident he's ever been in his life.
Is his mental clock fixed?
I don't know what
From
that
what
means.
you've
I don't
seen?
understand that question.
We don't know yet.
Batman know what it means. Batman,
don't
do you
know
think
yet.
his mental clock is? Oh, do you believe that it's fixed? I'm asking, do you believe? Because we could believe all this, but do you believe his mental clock has been fixed? From what you've seen.
You mean like his spidey sense, like
What
that?
is the? Can somebody give me the definition
the
of mental?
So
clock?
his mental clock is when he's in the pocket and he feels he has time.
Spidey sense.
But he feels phantom pressure, and he
That's
gets
spidey
antsy.
sense. Just say it, Von Joe. Spidey sense.
And he gets rid of the ball prematurely when he can have time to actually let the play develop.
Spider-Man
So
would
do
be
you-
insane QB.
Now, it's for real. But but again, do we believe that his mental clock is fixed?
We would have to see. We would have to see more from the line. We would have to see.
Okay. So that we're not gonna sit there and we're not gonna talk about that. We have to see in this, but everything else shows us that we're gonna have this great season.
Get
'Cause
on
again,
Discord, guys.
that
Get on
mental
Discord.
clock-
It's so good.
That mental clock has to be fixed also.
Oh, Brady starting on Saturday.
Of
Is
course,
he?
Brady is the man.
Yeah, breaking
Wait.
news. Brady starting
Brady
Saturday.
is that dude.
All right, let me bring in Sharif in here. What's up, Sharif? Good morning, brother. Sharif, take yourself off mute, Sharif.
Hey,
What's going on,
good
Sharif?
morning.
Good morning to
Steve,
you,
I
my
blame,
man.
I
How are
blame,
you?
I blame you for this. I blame you, Steve.
Sorry about that.
It's always Steven's fault. We all know, Vaughn.
Yeah, so how you guys doing this morning? I like
Pretty
the
good.
conversation, but
Just vibing, bro.
yeah, man.
I'm doing great.
Nando, nice to meet you again, brother.
Nice to meet you again,
but
also, Sharif.
I just want to, to continue on, I guess, with what I've been seeing so far, day 18. I like Cameron Good. I'm really starting to like Caden Kodu, and I love his story. His story. He actually won the lottery and then came to America. So I love that story. But he's very physical. He can play press. His body type is actually the same like of a Brent Grimes. So he's like compact, but I like him, which takes my mind off having a monogamy stay on the team, because I don't think he sees the field with the way Caden Kodu plays. I agree with you, Steven, and I'm happy to say you came around, my friend, with Gesecki, because I love Gesecki when he was with Adam Gase. But when I started to watch the film with Shanahan, and before even McDaniel came to us, I realized that as a Dolphin fan, I'm going to have to adjust to what McDaniel and Shanahan does. And immediately I said to myself, this guy is not going to be able to thrive. So I don't want him blocking, like I said the other day. I don't want where we have to block on a 3rd and 3, and we got to run the ball in the playoff game, and we're depending on Mike Gesecki to be that first tight end blocking with Engel. We saw what happened with Teddy Bridgewater. We seen what happened all through. Now, I think Cameron mentioned that they would have Gesecki as the second tight end who will flare out or be a check down and not necessarily be asked to block. I disagree with that, because with if you look at the tight end of San Francisco, the thing
George
is,
Kittle.
when you do strong side or weak side or I formation or pro form, it's only one tight end in there. So that's going to be asked for Gesicki to either hold off the Von Millers of the world, the ends of the world who he's going to have to do that. And if that's required in this offense, as a Dolphin fan, I don't see Gesecki. Now you can give me a third and a future couple picks, or you can give me a second. But I don't. And actually, my last point is 800 guys plus will be cut as of next week, Monday. So that's 840 players, because you have to go from 80 to 53.
Yep.
So
27
we
cuts.
would have a chance to get your dream, Stephen D, which is a center that is capable. We'll have that dream of even getting that fifth development corner behind Kodu and Igbenogany. So we, out of 840 players a week from now, if Greer cannot sieve that and pick the cream to the crop, I don't know what else to tell you. But I'm confident that Greer will be able to sift that those who will be released to free agency next week and be able to find a lineman and a cornerback.
All right, so real quick, Sharif, one more thing before I try to bring. I don't want to have a huge, humongous panel, but I do want to ask you this before I drop a couple of y'all and bring some other people up here. What do you think, Sharif, about the first 4 games?
The first 4 games, okay. My psychology with this, I've taken a turn. I've changed my mind, just like you. And any other Dolphin fan has the right to do, change their mind. They change yours on Gesicki. I changed my mind the way I see McDaniel holding out his players. I think they're asking to play, and I think what he's emphasizing is enough classroom and enough mandatory concepts, because all the linemen will be coming off the ball. Therefore, they're being taught a different way by Applebaum. And so my thing is, who needs to make contact and be physical? The offensive linemen. Who doesn't? The receivers, because it's a scheme technique. It's really what Tua sees at the ends and of the linebackers if they're out of place, like he said. And if they are out of place, then he signals to Tyreek or Waddle. So to me, it's a signal, and it's a if I see cadences thing. So for me, I think McDaniel is preaching, come to the classes in the morning, come to the classes in the evening. I will grade you out. You have been graded out, and I don't need to see you get possibly hurt in these games. So he's building his new offense with his team virtually instead of physically. And if that is the case, I praise him for that. And it's probably going to give him a chance for this team to bust out and maybe score 40 points on New England, because they're chomping at the bit to play. By the same token, he's rejecting them that chomping at the bit, but that's going to turn into them.
Hey, Mike McDaniel, do you think what's your score? What's your record prediction?
I think it's going to be 3-0, because it's going to take a while for the NFL to adjust. I dare you to single high us with one safety. I dare you to rob us. I dare you to play press coverage. You will not be able to do that. And I'm speaking to all NFL
Sharif.
teams. You will not be able to do that again.
So Sharif, he's doing. So I just want to get this straight. He's doing classwork with a quarterback that says he doesn't learn that way, and that's okay, right?
Yeah, I've changed. I think McDaniel is wanting them to yearn to play, and he's
Again, but our quarterback says he doesn't learn that way.
Paper ball. I think it's
but our quarterback doesn't learn that way.
It's a psychology thing.
I got you.
But our quarterback don't learn that way. Our quarterback says he needs to rep. He's kinesthetic. He needs to rep it out.
McDaniel's team, because obviously he's not going to play them week 3.
All right, guys, I got a couple people in the back I want to bring on. Von Joe, Sharif, any final thoughts before I let you guys go? I'll leave Batman on for a little bit.
I'm just saying this is a lot. This is a logic
Joe, but then I'm assuming that McDaniel is not going to do things his way. You're saying that's good for you.
Who said that's good for me? I'm talking some good for our quarterback. Our quarterback says he doesn't learn that way, that he has to rep it to visualize it. But you're saying that he's gonna do well without repping anything. But you say he's gonna do well without repping anything, that he's just gonna go out there and perform. And just excel and to go 3-0 with things that he hasn't done before. So that's a little aloof to me. I mean, what do you want me to say? But that's my final talk, man. You guys have a good day. Steven, I blame you. Y'all should just let me go to the bathroom and just listen to all this great positivity of,
What I'm saying
Skittles
is,
and gumdrops. So I'm gonna go
I'm
back to the
saying
land of
that you're
Skittles and
going
gumdrops.
against the two best
Okay?
corners in the league every day.
Easy, Mr.
And
Vonjo.
McDaniel
All
is
right,
saying that
Vonjo,
you're going
Sharif,
against the
be
two
good,
best
guys.
corners
Be good.
every
Be
day.
good,
So he
fellas.
doesn't need to see Tyreek and Waddle.
All right. Be good, bro.
Adios, Mr. Sharif.
Love you, bro. All right. I was trying to bring Kane's 1989 in. He came back for like less than a minute and then dropped back off. I'm trying to bring Kane's 1989 in. Let me bring
Why are you shunning?
Crypto.
Why are you shunning him, man?
I'm not.
You're not letting him on.
Muting people from the show,
Yeah.
Steven.
You trying to silence people?
Hey, Crypto. What's up, Crypto?
What's up, yeah, Steven? I'm disappointed. I don't buy the nonsense that teams are going to be surprised by us because it's just about terminology of new systems that's implemented. That's the
I
case.
said that.
Every brand new head coach will go undefeated then because nobody knows what they're going to do because they're brand new. So I don't buy the nonsense that everybody's going to be surprised by us. This West Coast style offense is a variety of West Coast style systems has been here since the 80s. There's nothing new under the sun. That's neither here nor there. But as far as the record prediction, as far as the schedule, I have a caveat. Batman knows my caveat. Everything hinges on week one. And this is why.
Go ahead.
Everything hinges on week one, and this is why. I dim week one that death spiral game. If we avoid the death spiral game, we can go on to greatness. If we don't avoid the death spiral game, things will spiral out of control immediately. If we don't win in week one, we are going to go 5-12. If we win in week one, we will go 12-5.
See, and Crypto, Crypto, I got a lot of love for you. I can't get down with that because we've seen to say if we lose week one, it's our year, or if we win, there's no way,
absolutely
no way. I can't.
The confidence breaks down. You like, oh my God, how do we all of a sudden start losing to New
losing week
England?
one is going to affect the entire year? The
Yep,
year
because it'll go into week 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's 17 games for a reason, my guy.
He might be on something. He might be.
But look,
he's not on nothing.
It
That's your
happened in
opinion.
last year. The death spiral game was in Buffalo, and it spiraled out of control very fast after we lost to Buffalo.
Yep.
So
as soon as
it
he
can
didn't pick up
happen.
that blitz and acknowledge it there and tell the guy where to block, he got hurt. And that's what happened.
You don't know if he told them anything. Jesse Davis just couldn't do anything.
Well, Jesse Davis is he's going to be a Hall of Famer in Minnesota.
One of the most
though.
insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Steven,
At no
you got
point in your rambling,
You did say Jesse
incoherent
Davis was a Hall of Famer.
were you even close to
Stop it, Steven.
I'm trying to help you by
considered a
blocking.
rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to
That's
it.
true.
I award you
No
no
points. And may
And
God
the God
have
that
mercy
must
on
be.
your soul.
It's a divisional game in week one as well, Stephen D.
It's not
There's
gonna,
no running
it's
up the
not
score.
gonna end our year, bro. Like, come on.
I get what you're saying. Like, it does make sense. I just think it's too big of a swing. I could see like a 12-5, and then like
I think he's saying
like a
Tua-
9-8 people.
I'm thinking,
like a 9-8 season.
I
like
think
people
what
have
he's
said,
saying,
you know?
Nando, is he don't think Tua can handle the defeat.
I get it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like-
I think
See,
we
Nando
could see the
kinda
season
get what I'm
spiral.
saying.
Yeah,
It can
I
spiral
just
out
don't
of
think
control very
5-12.
fast.
I could see like a
Hold on.
9-8, like a game where we keep struggling.
Let me say this. Roach,
But-
Roach, what's up, Roach? Roach, are you in here?
I agree with the take, but I see where you're coming from.
Get off
Yeah.
mute, Roach.
That's all
You're
I'm
on
saying,
mute.
Nando.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm not on mute.
I mean, Pete.
I'm not saying it
What's
will
going
happen.
on,
I'm
guys?
saying it
I
could
didn't even
happen.
know I was
Pete,
on mute. Y'all didn't hear me?
Let me ask you something, Pete. If you lose week one, do you think that affects your team the entire year? If you lose week one,
Crypto has Bitcoin soaring today because he's right. Okay.
Way to go, Pete.
I'm telling you, look,
Bitcoin
first
is
of all,
on the rise.
we all got a little bit. I'm not gonna say the word, Steven, when you said Smythe is better than Gesecki. So I'm glad you played the clip for yourself today. That was wonderful. Now, here's what I must say. Here's what I must say. Do we remember how we treated the 49ers and Jimmy Garoppolo? Do you guys know how Bill Belichick treated the 49ers? Does anybody know how this Patriot defense shuts down the Kyle Shanahan system all the time? It never fails. They never put up over 20 points on this defense, no matter if you're full of Nick Needhams. Week 1, and I have said it before to us fans, it is going to be a disaster. All you have to do is blitz zone this team and play the short. That's what they do. If we look, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Steven is almost right. He's almost right, but I feel like wait. I'm saying it. Steven is almost right, because if we beat the Patriots week 1, I promise everybody here, it's because we scored over 35 points. Okay? That's how it's 35 points. You went a little too far. But there's going to be a chance that we don't even score more than 13 points. I'm telling you, I don't see us scoring over 13 points. Not against the Patriots week 1. Well, and here's the biggest thing that I'm going to tell you guys right now that has me the most upset at this team. I told you guys from day 1, this is a locker room led team. The coach does not matter. These guys got all in their feelings. They had a good, successful practice yesterday. They went out, partied, and called the day off on their own. They didn't want to practice. They felt like they did enough. Okay? So
he knows what he's talking about, man.
I know what I'm hearing. I know what I'm hearing, guys, and what I'm hearing, you guys don't hear the same. So
where are you hearing that they were partying?
You want to go to war?
Okay. No, listen, they were out drinking and partying and having a good time of their lives. That's
These
fine.
are grown men. What grown man has ever partied after a practice?
This is what the locker room that's led by the players. The locker room that's led by the players.
People in their mid-20s who are now millionaires.
Hey,
after a practice, you can say they want to party. Don't tell me they partied because of a good practice. If you want to tell me they wanted to party, that's fine. If you want to try to tell me they wanted to party because of a good practice, come on, bro.
Nando, you want me to tell you another thing I heard? That Skylar Thompson, on his limited opportunities, he looked really good as well.
I was there.
I was so happy.
You heard. I was there. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, bro. From who are you hearing stuff from? Who are you hearing that they're partying?
I know.
He's got a
that's what I'm saying.
attendant. He's got a gas station attendant.
I'm hearing not that
all I
one,
know
Steven.
is
I heard it from the
Pete's
sleep number bed salesman.
The sleep number bed salesman? What?
How often is Pete wrong?
Told me Skylar Thompson was having a great one.
Always wrong.
No, he's not. Name one time Pete was wrong.
He told us Jacoby Brissett was going to take it to
even
the
a blind squirrel will find an acorn sometimes, bro. That's all I know, more.
I feel like when I hear Pete talk, I'm going like this the whole time. Like, I'm with
your
him.
head hurts because your head hurts. You know, but listen, Pete got us going 3-14. You know,
hey, but that's fine. You got no. I hear it. Look, but this is the issue. Look, I'm about to make your head hurt a little bit more, right?
Okay.
Oh, you got us at 3-14 for the season. You got us at 3-14 for the season.
Batman, did you not hear crypto? Batman. Did you not hear crypto and how this team is going to spiral out of control? The player-led locker room, after losing week 1, week 2, week 3, guys are not going to be all in. They're going to be fake limping, okay? They're not all in. The guy that is literally going to save this season can be Skylar, nobody else.
Pete got us winning 3 games this season, Steven.
4 with an all Tua-led season like you guys want. If Tua all season like you guys want, it's only 4.
Noob with the win.
But here's what I have a problem with these fans as well, right? Let's go ahead and dog Noah Igbenogany, right? Oh, he sucks. Hold on, Steven, please. Noah Igbenogany, however you say it. I love that guy, and I'm falling in love with that guy. You know why? Because he's getting hate for no reason.
What do you mean?
In all reality,
for no reason. Are you?
Are you out of your
hold on.
Mind?
Are you?
Are you out of your goddamn
So
mind?
hold on.
Hey, that's a cuss word, Steven. Even if you push a button.
Yeah. Because look, hear me out, Steven. It's only practice. It's only been preseason.
Do you have any
that
more
doesn't
of those
matter.
hats, Nando? I need some more of those hats, man.
I'm gonna start selling them.
Hey, people are getting on to me in the chat saying I'm clowning Pete. I actually agree with Pete. And if you want to talk about
delusional as him.
Yeah.
No. I want to hear it. I want to hear how you guys can make fun of Noah in preseason, in practice. But it's not okay for Tua when it's Tua.
No,
Oh, come on, you guys are taking practice too serious. Come on, don't be so dramatic.
Pete, I'm the vice president of the Noah Foundation, and as much as I like Noah to thrive with Sertan and this coaching staff we brought in,
I never appointed you to that position.
No, I've been appointed that position for 2 years. But I'll say this. I like Noah, but listen.
I'm flip-flopping on Noah. I was the biggest Noah hater. I said he's a bust from day one. But now I'm flip-flopping.
This is Pete's motto, okay? If the fan base hates a player, Pete loves him. If a fan base loves a player, Pete hates him. I feel like that's your...
What are you talking about? Our fan base loves Skyler.
Steven.
Our fan base loves Skyler.
You're almost 100% right, and I love you for that.
Almost 100%.
Every time y'all hate on players, I don't care, bro. They're on my team. Look, you know what y'all do, Steven? The bad players on our team, y'all talk bad on them, right? They have no trade value. I'm going to talk them up. I'm going to make these other fans feel like they're worth something by the time they're done hearing me, buddy. I love you guys.
This guy's a Pro Bowler, I swear. You guys need to go out and trade for Noah. It's going to be a great trade for you, I promise.
Well, Pete, you should have got us a first-round pick for Jesse Davis.
Pete's going to make the first Noah Benogany
Some
highlight
players
tape,
don't
man.
help themselves, Crypto, and you know it. Tua.
Noah's one of them, bro. No, not Tua.
I want to see the Noah highlight tape.
Man.
The edit,
No,
the good
no.
music, the lights.
Steven, I think I don't know if you heard it, but I said it the other day. I've been told it was like 2 days ago that obviously we're depleted at cornerback. We're depleted.
Yes.
We don't know. We're waiting for cuts.
And I understand that might be the one way he makes this team is because of that. But
and that's what I've been
But he
told
should.
that he's more than likely going to be on this 53-man roster. He will be.
Well, that makes me very sad.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I think he could make the original 53, but I don't know if he'll make week 1. How about that? Like, I don't think so Tuesday, the roster gets cut down to 53, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a world where maybe he makes the original 53, but then we got to worry about the waiver wires and everything like that that's available, right? I could still see him getting cut or traded a couple days later. So I'm not going to hold, even if he makes the original 53, I'm going to wait till we get into week 1, that following, after that Saturday, I'll feel like whoever's on the 53 is on this team at that point.
Yeah, we keep Noah, and then we say, "Hey, look, it's a good corner. You want him? Want him in trade?"
What?
100.
You know how about this? How about this? How about this?
Something. That's
how
what's
about
gonna
this?
happen.
How about this though, Steven? Week one, Mac Jones really doesn't scare anyone. We put Noah on the second best receiver there, Devontae Parker. Let him have a good game. Noah's gonna know his game. What if Noah has a really big game, a pick 6 or something?
Yeah.
His value goes up. Boom. That's when you trade him. If the organization really feels like that, they put him in a position to make a big play week 1.
There you go, Pete. We're gonna get his value up. I'm gonna send you some Bitcoin, Pete.
Here's the problem with that. That means again, they get it horribly wrong that he's on the field, and number 2, that also means that he has to be on the field in order for
Byron Jones is not playing week 1, Steven.
Yeah, Byron Jones is speculating. No, what I'm hearing, Byron Jones is speculating like a week 4 to week 5 return.
No, that's not Pete. No, come. Oh my God, Pete. Listen, if you
don't think Byron Jones is going to be playing?
I don't know for sure. I don't know.
A late season Achilles injury?
It's not an Achilles tear though. It was a procedure he had.
They could sell it to you. They could sell it to you however they want to sell it to you, Batman. A late season Achilles injury. I'm sorry, bro. He's not gonna be back by at least week 4. We need to like.
You put Noah
really. No, this is what. Look, let's be honest. We need to really put Xavier Howard on an island by himself early on the best receiver. That's what's gonna happen. Noah's going to get backup. He's going to use help. And that's how he's going to be able to make a play underneath and get a pick 6. I'm telling you, it has to happen. If this guy doesn't make a play within these first 4 weeks, I mean, he's toe tagged.
Yeah.
He's toe tagged.
Yeah. Right to the morgue.
Let him off.
All right. Okay. hit the music, Roach.
What's going on there?
Miami Sports Music's #1 Miami fan morning show. Clock Blockers right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast Network. Hope y'all enjoyed the show today. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna set
only place you get the truth from Pete.
I want to remind you guys a couple things before we hit into final thoughts, which
speculation
doesn't mean go away. Hit the like button if you haven't done so already. That's a big deal by hitting the like button. 113 likes, 175 people in the room right now. We were good over 200 most of the day. So shout out to you guys. Roach, give these people a round of applause in the chat today because they were killing. You guys were good. I turn it down just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit more, just a little bit more, Roach. A little bit more, turn it down, Roach.
It is. I went down 4 notches, bro.
Well, you need to go back more because it's loud. Okay. Miami Sports Music. Hope you all enjoyed the show today. It was a lot of fun. I need you all to do a couple things. If you want to join the Miami Sports Music Clock Blockers Fantasy Football League, we have like 4 spots left. It's $50 a spot, if I'm correct, right, Roach?
Yes.
But you need to join our Discord. And if you want to join our Discord, go ahead and put that in the chat, Roach. Join our Discord.
And then on
who's
DM,
not in? Hey, Steven, who's not in that fantasy season and wants to get in? I'll buy him a spot. Let's do it. Who wants to get in?
Pete says he's going to buy a spot.
Buying somebody a spot right now.
Who wants to
Batman, you need it? Batman, let's go. I'm buying Batman a spot. Get in that season.
Batman, you got to get in the Discord and let Rashad know in the Discord. Right. Get in the Discord and do it.
Get my man Batman in there. Don't ask me for no fantasy advice. I don't like season long.
It's a $50 buy-in, just so you know.
Batman's in there. We'll go ahead and donate it.
Thank you, Pete.
Shout out. If you want to donate to the channel and help the channel grow, you guys can use the YouTube Live Super Chat, which is at the bottom of the chat. It's the $ and the little rectangle there. Or you guys can use the YouTube Super Thanks, which is if you're rewatching this and you're not watching this live. I appreciate it, number one, that you went this far and you're listening now if you're rewatching. You guys can donate in there too. And you guys can also use Cash App and PayPal. I just want to remind you guys, donating to the channel, I don't care if it's $1, it goes such a long way into helping the channel grow. It's a big deal. Okay. So do that. Also the Discord. Roach, tell them about Discord.
So Discord is where you can go to connect with people. This little fun debate you all having in chat.
Pete, you didn't. Was that the 50? We don't do the $50 that way for that thing, Pete.
Oh no, how we do it?
Here.
No, because YouTube takes that money.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Pete. We'll still cover Batman. We'll figure it out.
Steven will cover the rest.
I'll cover the other half. I wasn't planning on it, but I'll do it. I'll do it.
I don't know how to. I mean, I'm trying.
You are. No.
You're a good Samaritan, bro.
Yeah.
Mad respect.
Yes.
Get my guy Batman in there. Shout out Batman. He's going to get the dub with my love.
Thank you for the $50 donation, Pete. Shout out to you, my guy. No, do not send your money if you want in yet. We are doing that a totally different way. The way Pete did it is the wrong way to do it. Okay? But yes, put the music back on. But yes.
You want to Cash App? Just request it on
the songs only go for like 2 to 3 minutes.
I know. Go ahead, Roach. Tell them about Discord.
So we have channels for just chatting about what you all chat about in the chat. The live chat here. You go over to Discord. We have a ticket exchange. And I believe there's actually somebody in there looking for 2 tickets to the Vikings game. We have a merch swap. So if you have Dolphin memorabilia, like all that stuff Batman and Ando have, if they had something they wanted to get rid of or sell, they could put it in there, and then you could go buy it. If you want to autograph a DWA shirt, get it, have Steven autograph it. There you go. We have show plugs. So people like Batman, Pete has a show, Nando has a show. You go on there and you put in your links to your scheduled shows so people in our Discord can get a link and go straight to you.
Cappy the Penguin with a $50 donation. He said the other half for Batman.
Sweet.
Let's
we have fantasy football, we have YouTube members, and then we have the Madden Battlefield, which is where you can go and lay down the challenge. Put the system you're on.
That's sick.
And who you're calling out.
Cappy probably hates me every time I say trade Waddle. That guy's picture's a penguin.
I'm not. I usually go 3 hours, G. I still went 3 hours today. Geez, like you're leaving work half a day early. No, I'm not. You got 3. Usually it's 9 to noon is what I usually go with. I came on an hour late today at 10 because I had some stuff that I had to do. I had to take care of. Had some personal stuff I had to deal with. Took care of it. I still stayed on for 3 hours. I'm a boss, G. Don't you disrespect me, G. Okay?
Sensei
Let's go.
Steven.
Although he just did say donate. He ain't got
Steven,
crap
I'm
to do.
disappointed in you, Steven.
Oh, don't be disappointed in me.
Reports
do
are
that.
the reports are, guys, what I'm hearing, the Eagles are going to play their starters on Saturday against us.
Well,
I haven't heard anything about us, but I'm going to tell you right now, if the Eagles play their starters, we are going to play our starters.
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
Okay.
Oh,
all right. We're not done yet. All right. So join the Discord. The Discord is awesome. If you want to get into the Fantasy Football League, the fantasy draft is going to be Sunday at like 7 or 8 o'clock. We haven't determined it, but it's going to be live on the channel here. And I think now we have 9 spots filled, right, Roach?
You got, I don't know. We need Rashad. I don't know if he added everybody yet.
Get up here, Rashad. We need to make sure. Geez, like send the donations, make them stay.
Because right now, the only thing I see in here is me, Noob, Cruz, Crypto, Jay Weatherman, Shade World, Vonjo, and Beast. Or Beastin.
I just put how do I look for it? Because I'll put it in the Discord.
I'm Batman up there too.
Yeah. I need Rashad to add Batman. Is what I'm saying.
I'm adding Batman now.
Okay.
No, I just added Batman. Batman, you're in there now.
Appreciate it, guys.
All right, and then we'll get Rashad to send you the new thing. So yeah,
Steven's in that room, but he don't count as a spot.
Yeah, I'm not doing fantasy football. I am the commissioner though. So all the trades have to go through me and all the
Is Roach
sure
in?
I'm happy.
Yes.
Is Roach? Oh
Roach is
man.
I'm taking Skylar, dude.
Hey, are we taking side bets on who's gonna win this fantasy season? Can we?
Right now,
between
we
you.
have 9 people. I want to get a minimum 12.
Y'all put a list of all the. I got Roach. I mean, that's the commissioner's best friend. I got a feeling he's gonna get a couple hand me downs. So I got Roach, and I'm betting my money on Roach.
A couple trades.
First round pick.
And the draft is this
Skylar.
Sunday.
What are the chances that Roach gets the number 1 overall pick?
I'm picking Skylar.
What's the over/under on that?
The draft is on Sunday night.
Roach, you gonna pick Skylar as your first
We're
pick?
shooting for Sunday night at 7 or 8 o'clock online and live.
Oh
on the
man,
channel.
you're gonna live stream the draft?
Yes, on the
So,
channel.
Ooh, that's gonna
Crypto,
be awesome.
my feeling is, even if I lose the first 2 weeks because my quarterback ain't playing,
Matter of
by
fact,
week
Batman,
3 he'll be
what
starting,
I
and then
what I might need you
I'm
to
off.
do is create a graphic for Sunday night with the logo.
Perfect, Roach.
Hey,
Hey, Steven, and all 10 of you that are in the season are gonna be up here on the screen.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I think there's
That's
right
how it
now.
has to
I want to
happen,
get 12. So,
Oh, yeah,
if
12.
there's 12, what we'll have to do is we'll have to rotate people in and out while they're doing their trades or while they're doing their draft picks, so that everybody can get on and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I can only keep 10 people.
We have the
in.
winners panel and the losers panel.
Maybe, I don't know. What we'll have to figure that out.
And then you can do matchups.
But yeah, we need I think we need 3 more people in the league. If you want to get in the league, let us know. Still waiting for 12
All right.
teams. Dude.
So
We're almost
Rashad's
there.
in Discord right now. So if you guys want in,
Yeah, Rashad's in Discord. And by the way,
Shad's World is
if
his
you
name.
want in, let us. Matter of fact, here it is. Meet.
Last time I was in the league, I was Priest Holmes was on my team.
At yahoo.com.
I'm in
Oh,
too
the
many
game
leagues
has
to afford
changed.
an early
Rashad
league.
at
man.
The game
yahoo.com.
has
Hit him
changed.
up and also join the Discord. Those are the 2 things you need to do. Okay? Join the Discord, email Rashad. There's 3 more spots left in the league at least. If 5 people were to say email or want to get in, maybe we'll put it up to 14 teams instead of 12. Whatever.
Rashad said he's not in Discord. I see him in there. Says he's there.
He's probably still logged
Are we
on.
sending money yet? We're not. We need to get all 12 confirmations at minimum. Then I need to get you guys into the Yahoo League that we're doing or that he's doing. And then once you're in the league, then you guys would send the money via Cash App or PayPal, not on the channel.
Yep. Once we get all the money, he'll create the league. Bam.
That's how we'll do it. Okay. Money will be due immediately, just so y'all know. Okay. I think that's final thought of the day, and then I'll figure out if I need to talk about anything else. I do need to talk about other stuff, tail greeter, stuff like that. Who am I going with first? We're gonna go with Batman. You want to go first? You raised your hand. Go ahead, Batman. Final thought of the day, man.
I want to appreciate Pete and what was the other person that donated? The
Cappy the Penguin, man.
Cappy the Penguin. Appreciate you guys for I really do. Great show today, guys. You guys did a really, really good show. Much love to everybody. Be safe. I hope Van Ginkel gets healthy. And keep it pushing. Fins up. Can't wait for Saturday.
Cappy the prize. We haven't said yet, but the majority of the money for the fantasy football league is going to go to majority of it is going to go to first place. There'll be a first place, second place prize. 10% will go to clock blockers, and then which just so you know what I'm going to end up using it for is for the Baltimore Beatdown prize giveaway stuff. Just so y'all know where the money's going. And then last place is going to have to do a loser thing. Like they're going to have to do something. We don't know what that is yet. We'll have to agree upon it as a league. But last place will have to do something. It will be embarrassing, and we'll have to make it public. So just so you know.
Well,
not too embarrassing. Not too embarrassing.
They need to know what that is before they put their money in, though.
I don't know. You need to wear like a Sammy Guavon jersey for a day.
Who's gonna buy it?
I'll just send them mine, and they have to send it back.
Oh, that ain't coming back.
Hey, Steven. When Guavon,
I don't know. We'll have to figure out. It's not going to be
stupid
anything
score.
too bad. I'm not saying like you got to wear a dress in public or you got to wear a Tom Brady jersey or anything like that. It's got to be like you got to wear.
Wait. How are you going to draft Sunday?
Why? How do you figure?
Because there's still going to be cuts. There's going to be all this stuff changing with all these teams.
I said the 20. Didn't we say the 28th though?
Somebody just said we're drafting this Sunday.
Yeah, we're drafting this Sunday.
I feel like that's way early.
I get you, man. It's really early. My home league's doing this Friday, and I'm so mad.
All right, so do you want to push it to next Sunday?
It should be like the week before the first game.
All right, fine. We'll push it to next Sunday. Jesus Christ.
September what, 5th or something like that?
Yeah, because then you're actually going to have an accurate like roster on these teams that you can actually know. Like because right now you could draft somebody and they get hurt.
4th.
And they get hurt, you know what I mean?
That'd be next Sunday,
Fine.
September 4th.
Next Sunday, let me just look at my calendar.
Look at Roach being lazy. Aren't you supposed to play GM when your player gets hurt? Find a trade. Don't be Greer.
Hey,
and stay
how bad
put.
would you be if you drafted Gesecki and then before your first game, he gets traded to like the Texans, and then you're like,
But
man.
why you gotta say that?
And you wouldn't have drafted him if he was going to do that.
How about if you got
You know what?
lucky?
Time
How
out.
about if you Gesecki could be a tight end that somebody in season long could get lucky if they
you know
get
what?
him in
I
the
can
late
do-
round
I-
and
I
he
can
gets
do-
traded to a big team.
Yeah, that's good too.
Hold on, guys. I can't do Sunday, September 4th. I'm going to be away that weekend.
All right, so we'll do it this Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. We'll do it this Sunday.
There you go. Get your GMs up.
Sunday, noob. Roach, you don't make the rules. I do. I'm the commissioner. I say what goes. And
You played
I say
fantasy
it
football
this
before,
See what I'm
Steven?
saying?
Yeah,
Steven,
dude, I'm a
Steven.
three-time champion, sir.
Steven,
but
you know
Of
what?
league? The
I
free
retired.
league that nobody
No,
logs into
bro.
and does anything
No,
doesn't
bro.
count.
I did dynasty leagues, my guy. I was the man. I did keeper leagues, dynasty leagues. I had 10 leagues going at once, son. You won't back if you had me before in my gambling days, I would have got all y'all. But I'm not.
Steven,
all talk.
Steven, by
That's
you
what that is.
standing on your decision as commissioner and keeping it this Sunday, I know for a fact now you don't need Tyreek to teach you how to lead. You're a great leader.
Thank you, Pete. I don't know.
But who does need him? Who does need him?
About that, but I appreciate it nonetheless. I'm going to draft Mike Gesecki as I would draft Mike Gesecki as my number 1 overall pick,
See,
just so everybody knows.
Pete,
Because he's going to go to Green Bay and he's going to go off. And he's going to
Pete, you want to be my co-owner, Pete?
No, you don't want that, either, bro.
Why? Me and
All
Pete
right,
would tear this
did
league up,
Batman
man.
do final thought of the day? I thought we were doing final thoughts.
Everybody, much love to everybody, man. Have a great day.
All right,
Who you
Batman.
drafted,
Yeah,
Batman?
Batman.
Who you drafted first?
Much love,
Get out of here,
Batman.
Batman.
I'm taking Skyler. All right, guys.
It's a competition.
It's a hot commodity, man. He's going like hotcakes.
Hotcakes. All right, Dogecoin. Crypto.
Steven.
Final thought of the day.
Steven, you disappointed me, Steven. Just said we're going to beat the Patriots by 1,000,000 points.
Even the commissioner's on my side, Steven. Look at that.
Who?
Rashad.
I'm the commissioner. He's just. We just put that because I can't be in it. But
All you guys might as well give me over all your cash because I'm going to win it. So you might as well fork over the cash now. I'll just, save you guys some time.
So what do we need? Yeah. We need 3 more people, right? We need 3 more people to be in. 3 more people to get into the league, and it makes it a 12-team league, and then we're good.
Let's make it happen today. Let's make it happen today. Fill it up. Fill it up. Let's go. Let's fill up them spots today.
3 more people.
3 more people to fill up the league.
Is it 16 spots?
Didn't Andrevius say he was going to do it?
I mean, if anyone wants to sponsor a spot
And you said
for the
Solo
young
D,
man,
right? You said Solo D was going to do it?
16 spots.
Solo's not doing it.
Oh, he's not doing it. Okay.
How many spots is it, Steven?
There's 3 spots left.
3.
No,
I remember Andrevius
total?
saying he wanted in.
12.
12?
Yeah. Andrevius is in here, isn't he? No, he's not in.
Yeah, he's in chat right now.
Andrevius, are you in the league, Andrevius? We need to know, Andrevius.
And he's already on Discord. It'd be easy to add him.
Andrevius, yes or no, are you in the league? Sunday night, $50 slot. Are you in the league? Yes or no? Andrevius. Andrevius, we're waiting for you in the chat. Or on Discord. Andrevius is holding us up.
Rashad said, you don't even have a team. Why do you need to be there?
Hey, so my final thought is more like a final question to you guys because this has been sitting on my mind.
We're saying, do you want to be in the fantasy football league? Yes or no?
Hold on, Pete. I need to.
If he's not listening, we could talk.
He's probably watching. He said he's watching on his phone.
We could talk about Andrevius' back right now.
I'm calling him.
He won't even know we're talking bad about him behind his back.
Yeah, because he's watching on the show. He's in the chat.
He just
start
put me
saying
to
some
the
secrets. We could start saying bad secrets on
Andrevius. Are you?
He wouldn't even know.
I legit said I'm on a call and he's calling. Hey, bro, are you getting in the fantasy football league, Andrevius? That's what we need to know right now. Are you? He said he's on a call.
That's just
new member said that.
Everyone's like, he's on a call. He's on a call.
Read the dang chat. I'm sorry.
Well, it's yes or no.
All we need is a yes or no, Andrevius. That's it. That's all
he typed out like a whole paragraph between all these chats. Just put yes or no.
How much is it to get in? $50. We've said that 5 times.
For a week.
For a week, yes. Not even today.
He's on the phone with collections.
110 people, and he tried to leave. Who else remembers the 25, 40 people?
Man, Pete.
Gee, that's a real tweet right there. Andrevius says he's in. Yay! Where's
all right.
the?
You got the thing to add him?
Yep,
you can add him.
I'm adding him right now. Andrevius is in. All right. So let me add Andrevius. Where's Andrevius at? What's his screen name?
Dre X18.
Dre X18. Bam. There you are. All right. So if I am correct, that is now 10 people in the league, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
League of Champions.
2 more slots. 2 more slots. Come on. I like it.
We need somebody like Alex.
I would love for Alex to get in the fantasy football league, but because it would be fun to hear the trash talk.
Come on, Alex.
I don't have Alex's number. I would definitely call him. Cap said he wanted in.
I feel like we'd have to do a lot of tech support with Alex.
I forgot fantasy's about to start. It's time to put on alarms so you make your waiver wire picks, guys.
Is Nando in the league?
You also need to join Discord. Cap.
No, Roach, I cannot afford to be in the league.
I keep telling you I want in.
I've signed up for too many leagues this year.
Cap, if you want in, you have to get on Discord. Are you on Discord, Cap?
Yes, he's on Discord.
Okay.
Someone wants to sponsor me. That's different.
Cap, are you?
But
do you want?
now,
are you going to pay the $50 donation to get in? And you need to pay it like in the next 48 to 72 hours.
What is Cap telling you? People.
I love that draft strategy.
He's
like, I'm just drafting all running backs. Screw you guys. So, Cap, are you in? Yes or no? Are you in? I need you to say yes, like
Yes, and put your Discord name in so he can find you.
Yeah, and what's your Discord name, Cap?
Hey, you know what? How about y'all do a 10? How many Dolphin YouTubers are there? I know Reason, TD, Dougley, Steven, Color. That's already 5. There's probably another 5 that you guys know about. And it could be all the Dolphin YouTubers in another fantasy league. And let's see who's the best fantasy leader out of you Dolphin cheerleaders.
I would actually dominate them.
Hey, actually, Chris from the Finn's Tailgate said he wanted it when he was on here.
I'm just hungry, so that's why.
That'll be a side
I don't know if you could text him or see if he was legit.
The battle of the Dolphin YouTubers. Content creators. That'll be another exciting one.
Like during fantasy season, I got my alarms at
Nando,
3:05.
you gotta show. Nando, you gotta show. You're up there.
Cap for
That's
life,
6
you need
already.
to answer in the chat.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes,
Pete.
and what's
You're
your Discord name?
Larry. I forgot I can't leave my Uncle
Right.
Larry out. Boom, he's in there.
I don't think I'll make the top 10, but if there's
Batman is a channel. That's already come on, man. Y'all get these YouTubers all in one season. I want to see it. And y'all talk and talk about it and go at each other. That'll be great to me, in my opinion.
If we get the league completed with all the spots before the end of the show.
Hi, this is Chris from Chris's Creation.
Ah! All right. Well, Chris is not answering. Nobody's answering my calls, man. If I join, I'll join if Chris doesn't. All right. Well, Dolphin Don, you're in. Let's just get you in. I'm just saying, who you had a week to get
Dolphin Don, that's his name on Discord.
That's a Dolphin Don. Are you in? Are you paying the $50 fee? Yes or no? If you're in,
He
you're
says
in.
he's in, and he says no to the $50 fee. I don't know what that means.
I need to make sure everybody's on the same page. That's all.
He's like, I'm in. Just for free, though.
He wants
You
a
know what I
discount, Pete.
Bet.
He wants the Pete price.
I'm assuming
50.
bet means yes. So I'm
50% off.
adding you in, Dolphin Don.
Bet typically does mean yes.
Is it buy one, get one free?
Dolphin Don's old ass, and you can swear jar me, is definitely trying to be hip saying bet in the thing. All right, Dolphin Don. All right, Dolphin Don. All right, there we go. Dolphin Don.
Dolphin Don
One
is
more
an OG.
person,
He's
right?
a legend.
Cap.
Get up here,
Cap,
Don.
are you in here,
You
Cap?
got a great voice.
Cap.
Cap. I can't believe that everybody's staying on to listen to this. I'm sorry.
All we need is one more. One more.
I know. Just one more person, people.
Done. Dun.
How about we do a wheel?
Just force someone to pay $50 and join. A wheel of everybody in the chat.
We should make TD
I know.
join.
I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat could come up with a $50 donations all together.
Call TD.
and then
Tell him
everybody's
I'm
name
challenging
is
him
on the last
to
page
join.
that can actually play, and whoever gets picked
Why?
as the winner, it'll be
Cappy the
winner.
Penguin says, I'm in. You're in, Cappy. Are you in our Discord?
Cappy
in
wants his 50
Discord,
back.
Cappy?
He thought
He
about
wants
it.
to win it all back.
He's like, you know what? I got this guy Batman in. I'm gonna take it back.
That'd be so funny if he beats Batman in the
All right,
finals.
what's your name in Discord?
What's your name in Discord, Cappy? Not yet. You got to get in the Discord right now because I want y'all in here. I want to just end this today and be done.
Flip
I
side,
got
don't-
lost 'cause I was
Is
backstage.
it-
Don't donate to this. Do
Is it filled up now,
You have to
Steven?
cash
Or
out
when
Steven.
Cappy?
If Cappy joins, it will be filled out. So
That's it. It's filled out. Cappy's in. You
All right.
already know
Well,
that's
Flipside
legit.
Fishing wants in. If Flipside Fishing wants in, that's 13. We can add one more. We can do
Nah,
a 14
Flipside
team
is
league.
too late.
No,
We're-
no, no,
nah,
no,
we're
no, no,
done.
no. 14 team league, I think is good. So that means
Don't send
you
any
don't want
money yet,
Flipside in that
Flipside.
league.
All
You don't want
Flipside,
Flipside
you
in that
want
league. You don't want Flipside in
Hold
that
on,
league,
hold
bro.
on.
That guy knows
14
football.
All right, time out. Hold up, bro. Flip side, if you want in, I'll get you in because you'll be 13th, and that just means we need to find one more person at 50 as long as Andravia says 14, I'm out. No, don't do I'm out.
Look at him.
He said LOL.
He heard Flipside is in. He wants to get
Andrevius
out.
never
I'm
said he was
telling
in.
Andrevius is in. There's no.
Oh, he is in.
That's too many teams. Teams are going to be trash. Flipside says I'll pay the 50. We originally said 16 teams max, but we'll do 14 just to keep everybody
16
happy.
teams is deep,
That 16
bro.
team leagues are crazy. 14 team leagues I think are a stretch, but they're manageable, right? I feel like that's okay. We'll do 14. 14. Flipside says he's got it. Flipside, are you in the
I'll
thing?
do the only way I'll
Yes.
enter Steven is if we do a 32 team league.
No,
He
we're not doing
is
that.
If we're not, then I can't join.
flip
Cappy said,
side.
Real
let
GM
flip
life.
side. Cappy said, let flip side in. I'm out. No, all right. So real quick, we need to make Rashad. You need to get up here.
He just sent you his Discord name in chat.
Rashad's
Yeah,
at
so
work.
Lukey.
I think he
Okay.
said.
This is bigger than work, Nando. You know
Luke,
that.
I
Rashad
don't
needs
know
to take
why-
a break.
Lunch
This
break
is
now.
important.
All right, hold on.
I
Hold
hope
on.
Rashad is listening.
Yeah, I mean,
All
like,
right,
look,
so
look at all the people still here waiting for him.
permission.
100 people.
All right, Lukey, right?
Oh,
What's up? Who's this? Is this Rashad? Hello, Rashad.
hello, mate.
Hello, mate. All right,
Oh,
so
boss.
Lukey, Flipside Fishing is in. There we go. Okay. All right, so
What's that put us at?
That's not including me. That's 1, 2.
Cappy said he's
3.
out.
No, Cap is not. Cap is
He
what?
just said, I'm out. You put it on the screen.
No, oh yeah, Cappy says I'm out to let Flipside in, but that would be 12. But there are other people that want in, and Rashad, I'm gonna let you are the co-commissioner. I'm gonna let you have the final decision here.
Oh, you need Tyreek Hill, Steven.
Do you want to do a 12-team league or a 14-team league, Rashad?
I'm here for 14. The more the merrier for me. I like the challenge of having low tier players.
14. All right,
exactly,
Cappy.
Rashad.
Cappy, you're in.
Exactly,
You're in still,
Rashad.
Cappy.
Let's test
The more
people's
the
real
merrier.
skills.
Exactly.
Well, make sure he still wants. Make sure he might not want to be in with 14.
No,
I'll enter a 32, but
well,
that's the
he has to
only
say
way.
he's in. You can't just force him.
league then.
The most is
They're already
16.
in. I already
believe.
have them in. So we have.
Yeah, after 16, it gets wild. There's teams without starting QBs, man.
You gotta get lucky with your backup running back, Nando. Better be a good GM.
Okay. Make 2 10-team league. No, we're not doing that.
I did a
never played
16-man
fantasy
mock
football.
We could barely get this one going.
And there
I
was
know.
no
We're not
QB, bro.
doing 2.
It was very tough.
This one is going. I think this one is going good. You should see.
All right,
You
so
guys
we're
should see
doing.
other
It's a
ones.
14-team league. Cappy, you need to join Discord right now so I can get you in. Where's the thing at?
All the YouTube creators should be able to get in for free. That's already 22.
No. No.
Let's get it up to 32, Pete.
Steven
I'll
will
do
fund
it
it.
at
Yahoo.
32.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, Cappy, join the Discord and let me know what your Discord name is when you join.
I already put the Discord link in the chat.
All right, well, I just did it again. Shot has laid down the gauntlet. It's a 14-team league, $50 a pop. And I think we are one position away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have to go and do an install. Where do I send the $50?
Not until
Well, I mean, if we're at this point now, I say they can start sending
Cash
it, right?
App, PayPal, I guess.
Cash App or PayPal.
But don't do it unless you're in the Discord.
Yeah, don't do it unless you're in the Discord because we need you in the Discord. Luke, he is in the Discord. He's good. So flip side, you can send it to Cash App or PayPal.
By the way, I'm not allowed to add anyone
But
into
put
that
in there
Discord.
in the thing, Fantasy League, Clock Blockers Fantasy League when you guys send it, so I know what it's for. Clock Blockers Fantasy League when you guys send it on Cash App or PayPal. And put in put in Clock Blockers Fantasy League and whatever your Discord name is. I need to know your Discord name so I know who it's from. Cappy the Penguin says my Discord is as Yoda. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can add you in here, boss.
Oh, the Yoda Stranger? Is that what he's talking about?
Yoda Stranger. Bam. Yoda Stranger is in. Aldo, no, you're good, Aldo. I think.
So we still need one more, or is that
Aldo, what's your Discord name, Aldo? To make sure you're in.
Gotta get Andreas in there. Batman said he wants to get in.
Batman's in.
Okay.
Aldo, what's your Discord name, Aldo? Just to make sure you're in.
Fins up, fellas. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Hey,
Good
Pete,
show,
I love you,
Steven.
brother.
All
Be
right,
good,
Pete.
man.
Always,
Easy, Pete.
man. Great shit.
All right, Pete.
Pete, I do love you. I just need you to know that. Okay, he left. Bye.
It's on record.
Aldo, what is your name on here, Aldo? I'm sorry, you guys. I can't believe 100 people are hanging out for this at this point.
Aldo and
I love you
Angel
guys.
wanted
You guys
to
are great.
join. I couldn't find their Discord.
See, now everybody wants to get in. Now, see, this is what we just needed to do. We just needed to stay on the air, and we could have filled this up a week ago. No, we're doing 14.
Oh yeah, 14. My bad.
Doing 14.
16 wild.
Rare
man.
Cesaro.
So we got all the spots taken.
Hold on. I think we might. Hold on. Add members of roles. Rare Cesaro.
I'm glad you figured out Discord, man.
I know. All right,
now,
Rare.
now I don't have to mess with it.
Okay. No, dude, I can't keep up with all this. You're gonna have to help. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think we're full. I think this is it.
Okay.
So we have.
And if somebody drops off, be on standby if you still want in case somebody doesn't.
Yeah, set 14. There we go. We got 14. We're in. We got it. I think we got it.
Bang.
Cruz, you just sent it. I saw, bro.
That's the only reason why I got up here was to make sure you got it.
Cruz, I got it, bro. You're good. All right. All right. So I think that's it. I think we're good. Cruz, Dolphin Don, Aldo, Roach, Level 2 Noob, Yoda Stranger.
Want to get in. Do you got him?
Can you guys help me out and change your Discord names to your YouTube names so that, or vice versa? Because otherwise, I'm gonna have no clue on who you are in Discord. Batman, Crypto, you send your money. You guys can start sending your money. Andrevius, who's J.R. Weatherman? I need to know who J.R. Weatherman is.
Let me go look who that is.
And then Luke is in here. Von Joe. And who's Beastin 305? X Beastin 305. I'm sorry if you didn't get in. You guys had a week to do this. I've been announcing it for a week and a half.
That's right.
You didn't say me.
It's been longer. Like we started talking about this in the beginning of the month.
I know, it's crazy. And all right, you all have to be available on Sunday night.
What time Sunday night?
Let's say 8 o'clock.
Well,
you want to do 7 or 8?
Antidepressants.
What does that mean?
And is that Eastern time?
7 or 8 Eastern Standard Time. Which one?
I vote for 6 or 5. The earlier the better. For
all right.
me.
Well, we
like
can talk about it in the league. We can make a vote. We can make a vote for it in the chat. But everybody has to pay their fees. So once the fees are paid up, I got Eric's, Jeans. I got all these things coming in now.
I don't even know half those names. I got you.
And tell me your names too. Like I need put a screenshot and send it in the Discord channel that you sent your money, so I know who sent and who hasn't sent. And change your names in the Discord. God,
you're so bossy.
I know. I'm just there's like 5. I got people sending me money. I got people.
They're gonna have a different name in the
everywhere
in the
Cash
league
App,
too.
PayPal,
No, on Yahoo Fantasy, they're gonna have a team name too.
Oh, it's gonna be
No,
so
it has to be
weird.
their YouTube name, Roach.
No, I'm gonna do whatever name I want. You don't control me.
Oh, yo, this is Beastin 305. Go ahead and replace me. My fault. All right, we got one spot that just opened up. Who wants in?
Well,
who wants in?
While you guys figure that out,
I think JMCPT said he wanted in.
you guys let me know. I got to bounce.
All right.
All right, later, guys.
Easy, Mr. Roach.
All right, man. Look at that. And then he just took it out. Oh, KP wants in? KP wants in? KP? Everybody said KP. KP, do you want in, KP? Are you watching KP? Carrie, if you're in, you got to get in on the Discord. Are you in on the Discord, Carrie? Carrie better be up here because I'm. Put it in the chat if you're up here, KP. KP is in Discord right now. Okay, he is? Okay. All right, where's KP at? Carrie P. Yeah, okay. All right, hold on. You want in? Okay. Let me do this. It's so weird. Like I'm reading people's things in Discord and in the chat, and then there's so many people. Okay, Carrie P. Where's KP? All right. Carrie's in. EM Baller, I'm sorry, EM Baller. Okay. EM Baller, if somebody doesn't pay their fee, you will be the first to get in. I said that, EM Baller. But right now, it looks like everybody's paying their fees. EM's mad at me. Yeah, EM, go ahead and yell at me. Go ahead and yell.
I'm not yelling at you. I just want to know if you got my payment because I already paid.
You paid?
Yes.
How did you're not even in the Discord yet, EM?
I am in the Discord.
You're in the Discord?
Yes, I am.
You're in the Discord for the Fantasy Football League?
I'm in the Discord that was the linked in your chat. Yeah.
See, so we have a separate thing. That's what.
Oh well. Oh, that's fine. Okay.
It's a separate thread.
That's a separate thread. All right, I'll send this back to you, man. I gotta figure out where did you send it on? Cash App?
Cash App. Yeah. Cash App.
Where is it at? Eric?
Yep.
DD Savage. Eric, man, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry,
It's all good.
EM.
It's all good.
How do I send this back? I don't even know how to send it back. Eric? Refund.
Did you decline it or something like that?
It says will be refunded to Eric.
I mean, Steven, what Cash App address do we send it to? Rashad's or yours?
No, mine. VP Miami Sports Music. We're doing 14, just so you know. All right, here we go.
I mean, if you want to be
Don't
generous,
send it to yeah. Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Format we're playing.
There we go, KP. Send it PayPal or Cash App.
You don't have
right
a
there.
Cash App, Rashad.
EM, did you
I
get
do.
it?
I do.
I
I'm gonna
sent
send
it
it.
back, buddy.
I'm gonna send it when I get off.
Yeah, I got it. Just let me know if you got an open spot.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's all good.
All right, man.
That's my fault. I did it late. I knew it was going on for a while. So. All right, you have a good league and you have a good show.
All right,
Show.
EM. Be good, bro. Okay.
But if someone doesn't pay or drop out,
EM will be the first to get in.
Yeah.
And then after EM, it'll be MCJB. So EM is on the list, and then NCJB is on the wait list. Those two are on the wait list. Do not pay.
Y'all got till Friday night to pay because everybody gets paid by Friday. So ain't no excuses. There's people
Friday
waiting
night,
with money.
Friday at 7 p.m. is the cutoff to pay. Change your names in Discord to what you are in the YouTube too. So that way I know. We need to find out who Jay Weatherman is.
He emailed me and he DM'd me on Discord.
Who is he?
I have no idea what his name is on
All right,
here.
well, Rashad, it's going to be your job to get in contact with him on Discord.
Yeah, he been DMing me frequently trying to get into the Discord because me and Roach, I was having problems adding people. But he was like, yeah, I'm trying to get in.
Cap, did you get in? What is your Discord name, Cap? Did Cap not get in?
Cap was in, and then I think he uninstalled it. He said earlier.
KP said money sent.
Stephen D, what's your Cash App?
I have put it in the chat. It's or I said VP. I didn't mean VP. I meant MSM Podcast Network. $MSM Podcast Network.
Podcast Network.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it is on there.
Yeah. Did I say VP? I said VP
Yeah,
earlier.
you
I didn't
did.
mean to say VP. Hopefully nobody sent it to VP because that's not what it is.
Yeah, they did.
Well, it would have showed up to nothing. So
All of you have to be down to get on camera for draft day because
Cap for
we're
life.
live for the draft, right?
Hold on, Cap. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you got to
6,
get on
7,
camera.
8. Yes, you got to get on camera. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, hold on. Rashad.
Meanwhile, these four
Rashad,
chicks are about to
I
get
don't
ate
have
by a
Cap for
freaking
life
great
in
white
here.
shark.
I don't have Cap for life in here. And I feel like should Cap for life go above EM Baller in the wait list? Because
I was first. It'll be first come first serve. I'm gonna say when we find out who's not paying. I don't see everybody paying because everybody's not responding right now. Like if Jay Weatherman don't come up and say something, I'm gonna DM him. If he don't respond, I'm gonna let everybody know in the Discord. Just add EM and Cat for Life in the Discord for now.
Never mind then, man. I'm not. Don't worry about it. Hopefully somebody else will get in the league. Don't stress it. Cap for Life said. Okay. The deadline to pay is 7 p.m. Friday night. And you need to put in the chat a screenshot of when you sent it and how you sent it. Screenshot of your sent money in the Discord.
On the fantasy channel.
Yes, in the fantasy channel. Thank you. In the fantasy channel, not on the main channel. Here we go.
Fantasy channel.
Hey.
I closed my Discord. Hang on. Let me open up my Discord again.
There we go. All right. Rashad, you know to find out who Jay Weatherman is, right?
Yep, that's my first. I'm gonna DM him as soon as I get off.
Okay.
Off the live. I'm just trying to make sure everything else is
Ethan,
straight
where's
right
the
now.
fantasy channel? I don't see it.
What's your name?
It's the same.
Crypto.
It's
You're in here.
Dolphin Crypto.
It says Clock Blockers FFL.
Click the little thing in the top left corner. The chats will drop down. You'll see Clock Blockers FLL or FFL.
On the left corner, that's the messages.
See where it says text
No.
channels?
Okay, yeah.
You see
That's
Clock
all the
Blockers
text messages
FFL? You're in
Yeah.
there. Click on that.
Okay. I got it.
Got it. Okay. There you go. Did you add Cappy the Penguin? Yes, Cappy the Penguin's in there, level 2 noob. Here now.
Mr. Steven, I'm probably going to go eat, man.
I love you, brother. Thank you for coming on today.
Dude,
you didn't have
course,
to.
man.
I appreciate it.
It was a fun time, man. Thanks for always having me on.
All right, man. Be easy, buddy.
Be easy, everybody. Fins up, and let's
Go
have a
follow
good...
Nando Talk, you fools.
Check me out at Nando Talk, YouTube, Twitter, wherever it's at. Have a good game Saturday. See you, Steven.
Be easy, man. All right. Go ahead, Crypto. Final thought of the day real quick because I got to get ready to go to a meeting.
No, I was just navigating through the thing to attach my payment thing on there.
So right now, KP Cruz has paid up their fees
via PayPal.
Yep. Cappy the Penguin paid his. Flipside Fishing paid his.
I'm sending mine, but it's going to be Cash App. But as far as the shot, there's no way to attach it.
So just send a screenshot. Take a picture.
I know, but when I hit on the messages, it doesn't give me the option.
You see the plus button there?
Yeah, that's the plus button. All right. Yeah, I got it.
There we go.
All my screenshots can be embedded. Okay. All right, I'll do that.
All right, awesome. I sent mine. I got yours,
All right.
KP.
All right, I'll give me 1 second.
Rashad, you need to keep track of when I put something in, you need to have a list somewhere so that you can confirm everybody who paid. Can you have like a list on your phone somewhere to say who's paid and who's not paid? Rashad?
Yeah, my bad. I got you.
Okay.
I can try. Are you posting it? Is it being
doing it
posted
now.
in the chat? Okay.
Harry P paid. I believe Aldo's paid. Aldo has paid.
And someone else is paid for already, right?
Yep. Cappy the Penguin's paid. There we go. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. This was a lot of fun. Y'all be good. Tomorrow will be
I'm sending you a screenshot, Steven.
All right, my man. Who's
Yeah,
who's JT? Who's
You
Jason?
said me. That's me. But
okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's
All
me.
right. So Crypto has paid.
Yeah, that's me.
Crypto has paid. Still put it in the thing so that way they have it there.
Okay. Oh yeah, you got it on your Miami Sports Music side. Yeah. You got that part. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the thing.
All right, I'm gonna keep listening, but
all right, man.
I'm gonna do it in like 10 minutes. Make the list and yeah, and send my $50. Yeah.
Dolphin Don's trying to use PayPal. He's having a problem with it. Okay. Angry Al. I think Rashad will post the invite link here in the chat or email it. And it's going to be yeah. So once they're paid, you can go ahead and set them. Once everybody's paid, we can go ahead and set it up for Sunday. We'll do Sunday we'll figure it out. Once everybody's paid, we'll come up with a time on Sunday that everybody can do online. And on the channel. All right, guys. I will see you all tomorrow right here on the Miami Sports Music Podcast. This was not a great way to end the show. I apologize. I'm glad to the 81 people who stayed. Thank you for staying. Hit the like button on your way out of here. Donate to the channel. Help the channel grow. Be here tomorrow. We're going to have a good time. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Y'all be good. We'll see you tomorrow. Spread Kindness Friday. Peace and hair grease, everybody. Y'all be good. Peace.
I know the whole city rising. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter column. Whole squad been trained to go. Fence for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time. To a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time. My intuition told me this. To trust the coach, he holds the gift. He knowing when to go with fit. So we knowing when to switch. This year we got the golden pick. Time to see what that pick about. Bad vibes get sent out. Only fans up in this house. We been waiting, yeah, we been patient. Now it's time to cash out, no discount. Super Bowl, yeah, we in route. I don't know when, but it's close. I don't want to overhype, but I just know I like it. So excited, league gon' notice now. You should notarize it. They say tour from that rock. Shout out to Samoa and Islands. Time to lay the smack down. You think he Dwayne Johnson. Time to be the people's champ. Hit them with the people's elbows, stick together like it's Velcro. You think you could stop us? Hell no. All day I dream about sports. I think I need some shadows, custom with some Dolphins colors, just to let them know we here. Yeah. I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Vince for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.
To a time, to a time. Really hope he the man. Hope we found us a gem. Like the Heat found Bam. Wanna take time to thank Fitz, cause he put on a show. But the young man up, in the whole city know. Time to catch all the blessings. Cash out on the investment. Ball out, don't choke. Fins want all the smoke. Chris Gregg gave hope. Coach flow like spoke. Dan Marino still a GOAT, but to a man on go. Watch to a man throw. Watch to a man scope. Watch to a man dish shoot that we never ever seen before. Fins up, let's win. Boy, I'm ready for a ring. Maybe 3, 4, 5, 6. It's damn week, use 10.
I know the whole city riding. A little early, it's a bit surprising. Business moves, now we enterprising. Switch it up, now we improvising. Go to get in the winter collar. Whole squad been trained to go. Vince for life, we throw the foe. Singing this just to welcome bro. To a time, to a time. Time to grind, time to shine. To a time, to a time. To a time, to a time.